Hello everyone, this is Jersey Lee Z, you can call me Lee, and oh my god, I booted this game up for the first time like 15 minutes ago, and this title music did not exist for the original Investigations, game. I don't believe, at least, because I played it on the fucking, like, DS. The first one, at least. I've never played the second one because we've never gotten an official translation until now. But I think this is new, and like unless it's from the second game. But Jesus Christ, it's so fucking good. Like Miles's, like the Edgeworth's games have fire music though. It's so good, dude. Like, I think his objection theme is, or no, not his objective theme, his pursuit theme, which I believe is called Lying Coldly, is my favorite pursuit theme in the entire series. Why did they go so hard? Because Edgeworth deserves the best music, alright? Like, for some reason, like, you would expect him to have, like, posh, like, orchestral music, right? But, like, no, they gave him fucking, like, I mean, they do have, like, orchestral shit, but it's, like, also mixed in with this, like, rock shit, and it's, like, so good. Lying Coldly goes so hard. It's so good. And I think my favorite cornered theme is also in this game. I think it's called Crisis of Faith. Or not Crisis of Faith, like, just Crisis of something. It's like Crisis, something Crisis, I don't know. This music slaps, you must breakdance immediately. You know, even if you did like some Australian type breakdancing, like I think it would be fine. Like any kind of movement works with this fucking music because it's just pure emotion, pure expression of the soul. It's so good. More law, yes. And Crisis Averted? No. It's like Crisis of something. Hold on, I'll just Google it, because, like, it's really good and you guys should listen to it. Hold on. AI Crisis... Motherfuck. Google, can you just understand that I'm talking about video games, please? I'm not asking for a crisis helpline. Ace Attorney... Investigations... Crisis of... No, Crisis of Fate, not Faith. My bad. Crisis of Fate. We're all about to listen to it? Yes. That's true. Didn't think about that. But it slaps so fucking hard. Crisis of Fate is probably my favorite track in Ace Attorney, period. Oh my god, so slick. Oh my god, wait. Yeah, there's... Oh, Prosecutor's Gambit. That's what they went for the second game. I remember the fan translation was called Prosecutor's Path. And I never played it. I never played the Prosecutor's Path, like, fan translation. But I am familiar with, like, some of the... like, character, like, fan-made character names. And, like, I will never forgive Capcom for making my boy Sebastian de Best, what the fuck, Eustace Winter? Eustace Winter? Prosecutor's Gambit is a banger title, yeah. Yeah, it is so good. But, they renamed my boy to Eustace Winter, and I'm like, Eustace is not it. No. Anyways, we're starting from the original. Oh, cute. Wait, I gotta go with the new HD ones, because I've seen the pixel art ones already. That's so cute. He's kind of got a 5 head, though. Turnabout Visitor. Let's fucking go. Oh, Edgeworth! We're playing the game with HD chibi characters. Everything old is new. He's so cute. I know. I bet Phoenix agrees. Here we go! March 14th, 1:16 a.m. To make sure the defendant is found guilty, what other choice do I have? That's the job of a prosecutor, after all. That may be true, but why? Oh, I think this is... Who the fuck are they? Why go this far? Oh, this is the fucking, like, tennis bitch. Sorry, maybe I wasn't clear enough, but a guilty verdict is all that matters to me. No matter what the cost. Oh, chill! Oh my god, Edgeworth, are you dead? Classic first case of Ace Attorney. You know who it is, just... I don't know how. I'm a prodigy among prosecutors. Always have been, always will be. I gotta make this guy sound scummy as possible. March 14th, 2:05 a.m. Prosecutors Building, 12th floor hallway. So, oh, this happened literally less than an hour ago? Oh my god, look at him! It's hard to believe that I've been away from my office for a whole month. I hope Detective Gumshoe has been keeping an eye on my office and keeping it clean. Why is he built like the sun if he had a receding hairline? Listen. All of his, you know, hair went to, you know, he sold it to get that fake Olympic medal. I swear he's still alive. Wrong game! Wrong game! This is a different Ace Attorney game. In this one, I know the gays are alive because they're the, like, he's the main character, and he talks about Phoenix a lot in this game. He talks about his husband, boyfriend, rival. He talks about him a lot in this game. Like, I know that because that is, like, one of the few things I still remember. Like, I vaguely remember, like, bits and pieces of this first game. But one of the things I do remember is that he always refers to that man. Like, in his inner monologues. And I'm like, dude. Also, why is it Detective Gumshoe's job to keep your office clean? He's so smug and full of shit. I love Gageworth. Yes, same. My feelings are straight. Oh, Cell. I don't know if you've ever played Ace Attorney, but feelings. We need to talk about feelings, specifically unnecessary ones, because there is literally a scene in the first Ace Attorney game where Edgeworth confronts Phoenix, the main character of Ace Attorney, by the way. And like Edgeworth confronts Phoenix and he's like, I don't want to see your face. Like, it brings about unnecessary feelings, unease and uncertainty. It's just the gayest shit in the world. Like, I don't know, like, even the most, I've watched a lot of playthroughs of the, like, Ace Attorney trilogy, and pretty much fucking everyone immediately clocks, wow, this is not straight. Oh, thanks to you, I'm saddled with unnecessary feelings. Yeah. Oh, I love this series. The door's unlocked. Oh yeah, more British, I guess. Because Edgeworth isn't even actually British. But like, he spent so much time in vaguely Europe that he's basically British. And also look at him. Detective Gumshoe? What's this smell? It's very familiar. Blood? Oh, yeah, you're familiar with that, alright. Oh boy. Oh my god. So smooth. What the? Ah, there was a dead man. What's the meaning of this? Freeze. Who? Oh, is it sports bitch? Freeze. Identify yourself. Broken smell, blood, fucking vampire. No, that's Van Zeek's. Edgeworth is just, you know, familiar with the scent. Because he was involved in a murder case. In which he was implicated for murder. And also his dad was shot right in front of him. My man didn't even flinch. I mean, his dad I mean, like, his adoptive dad was Von Karma. I'm sure a gun is nothing to him. Shut up. You've got some nerve committing murder in a prosecutor's office. Dude, chill! Is that a threat? Let me make one thing very clear. What? No one gets away with committing murder in my office. No one. Bye. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I like how he's just addressing immediately after. Yeah, just starting up. First impressions of this game. I've played this first, like Ace Attorney Investigations 1 before, but I haven't played the second one yet. But I figured, you know, for context, I would play the first one first. He rolled a nat 20 on intimidation. Yeah, he fucking did. I like how immediately after getting threatened by a gun, Edgeworth's like, okay, now I gotta introduce myself to the audience real quick. And I work as a prosecutor in my local district. Little did I know that upon my return home after a month abroad, I would be thrusted into a multitude of cases, and some very frantic and busy days. Oh my god, seeing this game in HD is so crazy, dude. Wait. The victim in this case, why was he killed in my office? Ah, look at his prosecutor's badge! Yeah, you have some fucking nerve, you little shits. Miles Edgeworth. I love him. I love this man. Wait, how do I... Oh, Z. I finished photographing the victim's body, sir! Very well, please continue your investigation. Oh, my chessboard. Yes, sir! I don't think you're doing anything, my man. He's just kind of shaking the fucking, like, fingerprinting puffball at the wall. The update has history, so you have that available now. Ooh! Wait, did they not have that in the original game? That's crazy. That's fucking nuts. Oh, like, the new sprites are so cool. Mr. Edgeworth, sir! Are you okay, sir? Keep it down, detective. This is a crime scene. I'm docking your pay. Did Gumfuck not tell you? When I heard that the murder had taken place in your office, I ran up here straight away. Oh, my golden retriever of a detective. I love Gumshoe. They didn't have history available until the Apollo games? Crazy! What? It's, like, always insane when a visual novel doesn't have a history button. This is Dick Gumshoe. He's a detective with the local precinct. And the one they assigned to handle this murder case for the time being. And also, you know, just follows me everywhere like a lost puppy. He's kind of endearing, though. You're looking a little pale, sir. Are you hurt? No, I'm perfectly fine. However... Look what they did to your office! It's totally trashed! I'll say. The culprit sullied my floor with dirt rather well. Yeah, rude. Would you come in from the rain? Why is there mud everywhere? Ugh! Disgusting. Gay prosecutor and golden retriever sidekick. Classic. Yeah, but this is one of those weird cases where, like, he's not gay with the sidekick, you know? I mean, there's some people that ship it. And, you know, like, it could be, like, a fling kind of thing, but, like... but, you know, Gumshoe's with Maggie. He is in a happy relationship with Maggie. That's her name, right? Maggie Bird? Oh. Okay. No one gets away with tracking mud into my office. Or corpses, for that matter. Whoa, sounds like you're getting really burned up over this whole thing. A non-romantic ship? Yeah, like a friendship. This crime was committed in my office, so it is my responsibility to solve it. Oh, that's just like you, Mr. Edgeworth. Okay, time to do some investigating. Agreed. Our first course of action is to gather relevant facts and leads. You know, I think Ace Attorney Chronicles has been like a good warm-up to doing the British Edgeworth voice for the entire game. I'm doing a lot of fucking British voices right now. We must not overlook anything, no matter how small, if we are to find the truth. So I'll keep any leads or information we find etched in the forefront of my mind. Speaking of things that pique my curiosity, why of all places did the murder occur in my office? Oh, here we go. I remember this. It's his fucking, like, shoo! Like, how did it, like, what's it called? Logic? I think it's just literally logic. His superpower is logic. I get the nagging feeling that this is something important to keep in mind. Yeah, I was wondering that myself, sir. I mean, you can't really say it's just a coincidence, can you? His superpower is common sense. My god. No, not really. Especially because of this. The key to your office? Yeah. For security reasons, this office's door has a lock built into it. Well, yeah. His ultimate power, brain cells. He's the only character in Ace Attorney with brain cells. What do you mean, sir? If you think about it carefully and use logic, it should become clear to you, but I'm sure you're quite lacking in that, Gumshoe. Logic? I don't know what that is. By finding the connection between two pieces of information and connecting them, new information is born. I applaud your theory, however. It's flawed by the fact water flows downwards. This isn't a magic world, unless it's the crossover in, for Professor Layton and, what the fuck? It was Phoenix Wright versus Professor Layton, I think. Which isn't, like, fucking absurd game, because it has the plot twist of a Layton game with the court, like, cases of, like an Ace Attorney game, and it's nuts. Oh, man. Maybe I should do, like, is there any, like, official re-releases of, like, the Professor Layton series? I'd play the fuck out of them, dude. Why does the Pursuit theme for that game go so hard? It's so good! Like, Ace Attorney music in general fucking slaps, but, like, something about, like, the Professor Layton, like, this series, like, the Investigations, series, and the Professor Layton, like, crossover game, so good. So how do you use it? With your brain, detective. Think thoughts, detective. First, I recall the information we've gathered with Q, and then I connect them together with T. Now to use Q and recall the facts. Okay. Oh, I love it. I love it! You're hoping they re-release it before they hit out AA7? Yeah. I hope so. Oh man, that'd be such a fun stream, because, like, the Layton games have, like, the stupidest fucking plot twists in the world, but there's, like, literal magic in that game until the very end. Cutscenes are so great. The emotional bits hit really hard. My favorite scene is when Layton finds Phoenix just being a baker. He's an ace baker. And he slams the bakery table, and flour flies everywhere, and it's so funny. He just forgot that he was a lawyer. Oh my god, these sound effects are so fucking nostalgic, bro. the bar! Oh my god. I kind of miss when we had the big bar, like the big health bar. Like I know they changed it to like, oh, like 5 badges that you start with at the beginning of a case, right? But like I miss the bar because they would do that thing where the health bar would like refill. I think it's actually, it might just be in this game. But like after a certain amount of time, they're like, okay, you cleared past this point, and then the bar refills. And it's so satisfying, watch it refill from like when you fucked up. Alright, here we go. Connect. For security reasons, all prosecutors' doors are outfitted with locks. Which means it would have been hard for the murderer and the victim to get in here. Ergo, hitherto, therefore, it's impossible to dismiss the location of this crime as mere coincidence. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, sir. There must be a reason why someone infiltrated my room. What was the killer after? Ah! The logic bits in this Edgeworth game are different than the original. They used to be just plain windows that you had to connect, dot lines to connect, but here they're puzzle pieces. Oh! Yeah, you know, I like that. I like that. That's pretty fucking cool. You're really on the ball today, Mr. Edgeworth. That's some beautiful logic, sir. Yes, well, when you follow leads to the conclusion, only the truth remains. And don't, you know, you should be able, you're a detective. You should be able to do this also, with your brain. However, if the information doesn't line up properly, I may stray far from the truth as well. But if I think carefully before piecing leads together, the logic should flow. Well, let's get started with our investigation, shall we? Yes, sir! Oh, these HD sprites are so cute. Look at Gumfuck, dude! I love him! I love him. It's more in line with the second game's dynamics from what you understand. Never played this much of the second game, nor... Oh, yeah. I've seen, like, the characters and their names, but I don't, like, I haven't played it. Like, well, I've seen their, you know, fan translation names, which is why I lament Sebastian de Best, because he's de best, right? Sebastian de Best being changed to, I guess not changed to, but officially translated as Eustace Winner. I'm never gonna get over that, and I'll never forgive Capcom. Is son of a vampire also not an option? Sorry, no, that's Alucard. You can call him Edgy Poo. Edgy Poo. Because there's an old lady that crushes on him. I think there's actually a gift from her in the back here. It might be this bouquet. Like, it's an old lady that crushes on him that he is deeply fucking uncomfortable with. The basis of any good investigation is to examine everything, sir. I know that, and when I want to examine something, I simply use space when I'm next to it. Oh, if you ever feel lost and want to talk, just use T. Okay? I'll give you great, precise advice as an ace investigator, sir. When are we getting a Gumshoe spinoff, man? Something to try later if I have free time, I suppose. No, I'm doing it now. I'm talking to Gumshoe now. Are you called, sir? Notice anything? Is there anything you noticed that you would like to share, Detective Gumshoe? I guess at it again, of course. Just that I rushed over here as soon as I heard there was a murder in your office, sir. The investigation's just gotten started, so I guess there's not much else to say. So, were you the one that found the body, Miss Edgeworth? Unfortunately, upon my return, I found my office door to be unlocked. And what awaited me inside was this whole messy affair. God, look how fucking smug this bitch is. I love him. Ace Attorney could really spread its wings if it started diving into crimes that weren't murder. I mean, there was that one civil case that turned into murder later. In, like, Spirit of Justice. I think, like, Phoenix... It was, like, Phoenix versus Apollo, and it was, like... It was about some politician, and then, like, there was murder later. But, you know, like, For a little bit, it wasn't murder. There was also that larceny case. No, that had murder from the start. Never mind. Ouch, that's rough. Ace Attorney could spread its wings if we finally got yaoi romance dating sims between Phoenix and Edgeworth. That's what the original trilogy is. What are you talking about? That's in the base game. Even though I left the security of this room to a certain detective. Sorry, sir. I mean, he's not a security guard. He's just a detective. He has other work. Gumshoe has a job, Edgeworth. I assure you understand how to conduct investigations, Detective Gumshoe. Of course, sir. Examine anything and everything with space. By checking various things out, we can gather all sorts of evidence and information. You can see the evidence we've collected with E. For information, For information and leads, it's Q. That's it. Great job, sir. Deductive reasonable is the way to go. What? It's called deductive reasoning, detective. Clearly something you lack. Oof. Don't bully him! Hey, do you want to look at my prosecutor's badge? I like to think this is a habit that Edgeworth picks up from Phoenix, just flashing his badge around. Your prosecutor's badge is really tiny compared to my police badge. Oh, but it's really cool, sir. Much, much cooler than my badge could ever be. And you know what they say, it's not about size, it's about how you use it. There's no need to suck up to me, detective. Oh. You don't like how that sounded? But that's what he does! Oh, look! Here's Edgeworth's other superpower, the ability to walk. Can you fucking believe it, dude? Is this yet another batch of fresh flowers? The ones that come with a card attached every month, like clockwork for you, yep. Speaking of that, let's see what's on the card this month, sir. All will be resolved. Wendy. Oh, Miss Irony, how painful are thy thorns. Wendy, isn't that the name of the old lady with the whiny voice that stalked? That's enough, detective. You need not remind me further. Oh, oh, women. Well, it's a good thing my Steel Samurai doll was spared any harm. It is so funny that he is such a huge fan of Steel Samurai. They only really hint at it a little bit in Ace Attorney 1, I think. I don't know if it ever comes up again after that in the two trilogies. But they really deep dive into it in in this game. Oh, they might mention it. I think because I think in Rise from the Ashes, you actually get to see Edgeworth's office here. So I think actually you might see it there. He enjoys it tastefully, yes. Speaking of which, I still haven't actually sat down and watched any of that show. What's it about again? Well, I don't know much about it myself, but the hero of the Steel Samurai warrior of Neo Tokyo is the Steel Samurai. And then he proceeded to info dump about it for the next 5 hours. And his goal is to defeat the evil magistrate. It's a show geared towards kids. However, its high production values and riveting plot draws in a number of adults as well. Spun-offs like Pink Princess, Warrior of Little Old Tokyo, and The Nickel Samurai. Along with the deluge of merchandise, even a new stage show gives it presence. You, sure know a lot. Are you sure you're not some sort of rabid fanboy? Of course not. Anyone that keeps up with society knows at least this much. His little recoil spread is so cute. And that conversation lasted longer than expected. Let us return to the investigation. Oh my god, what a fucking loser. I love him. Oh, it's your trophy, the, Knight of Prosecutors, right? King king of prosecutors. And it's not a trophy, it's a shield. Yeah, Gumshoe uses logic and reasoning only when it's not important and to embarrass Edgeworth. They only send this to the winning prosecutor, right? Yes, but I have no real interest in the perceived worth of other people. So based. As for my own worth, that is something only I can determine for myself. That's so slick, sir! I'm gonna have to try saying that sometime. Unfortunately for him, his monetary worth is tied directly to his worth to me. Oof. That's not very nice, Edgeworth. Oh, my china. Watch out for the teacup fragments there, sir. That killer is going to pay. This tea set. Yikes, you're really mad over this. This tea set is very dear to my heart and can only be bought in England. It cost more than your whole month's paycheck. What? Now I feel like the killer's wasted on one of my monthly paychecks. And, you know, a life, but, you know, that's not as important. I need to get paid, sir. You've docked my pay so much that I actually owe them money. What have we here? Could this perhaps be the murder weapon? If so, it would mean that the killer made their escape after disposing of their gun here. I think I've seen one of these before. Oh, did the original game do this where... Oh no, because it was split screen, right? Wait, no. But the dialogue was on top. Like, where the dialogue, like, shifts to the upper half if you're investigating the lower half? Yeah, Gumshoe pays money instead of getting it every month. Exactly. Care to enlighten me as to where? Oh, I know. I was issued the exact same model. I think. Did you lose it, Gumshoe? Detective. I don't really like guns. Oh, I don't really like guns all that much. I mean, they're really dangerous. Only good cop. But now that I think about it, sir, you do see this model around the precinct a lot, sir. In the manga, Edgeworth is a tea-tasting connoisseur. I mean, yeah. Like, he's not British, but he's, like, British. You know? You know what I mean? I don't use mine much, except in emergencies, so that's why I didn't recognize it. So it's the same type of revolver as the ones used by this precinct's detectives. Wow. Of course he likes tea. I mean, yeah. British adjacent, yeah. Do you have anything to report? Oh, sir, yes, sir. Nothing out of the ordinary right now, sir, except for the body on the other side of the room, sir. And yet there's something out of the ordinary right in front of my eyes. Talk about a contradiction. Something out of the ordinary, huh? I should look around a bit more. Yeah. He's like the coffee people, but for tea. Exactly. Like, he brews his own shit. And spends 3 hours talking about its benefits. Yeah. I hope we can solve this case quickly. I'd like to return to relaxing on this sofa. That thing looks a billion times softer than my mattress at home. Can I sit on it too? Just for a little while, sir. Detective Gumshoe, you know I can't allow that. Until this case is solved, neither of us has time to spare, let alone rest. You're right, sir. I'm gonna work hard and be a real trooper to the end. Even once this case is over, I don't think he can afford to take any time off. Also, I don't want him on my sofa. He's got a greasy fucking coat. It's going to ruin my, like, satin. How is it coming along? Please, I need absolute silence. Fingerprint lifting is a delicate art. No, it's not. Well, I never. How fucking dare you? I'm Miles fucking Edgeworth. Ouch, they even knocked over your chess set. I had it all set up, ready for when you got back. I figured we could play a few games. I had no idea you were interested in chess. I'm actually pretty good at checkers, so I thought I'd give chess a try. In that case, I suppose I can set some time aside after we solve this case. Though I don't expect the games to tax my mental acuity much. What a fucking pretentious bitch. I love Edgeworth. Edgeworth lets him sit on it only after he wraps it in, like, 3 layers of plastic. Yes, exactly. They finished photographing the body, so it should be alright to examine this area. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Yes! Yes, that's the line! He says that for every fucking time there's, like, a zoom in here. Oh, get ready to hear that line a fuck ton, dude. Your files are all over the floor, sir. They probably fell during the struggle between the victim and his killer. My files are a mess, pointing to a struggle between the victim and the killer. The killer? Uh-oh. And I tried so hard to keep this place spotless while you were away. I mean, this just rendered all the time and effort I put in pointless. I don't recall ever asking you to clean my room. I mean, didn't you say that you assigned him to, like, keeping this place tidy? Edgeworth, come on, man. Well, I watered the flowers every day just like you requested, sir. I just added cleaning to the list as a weekend special. Oh. For about half a day every Saturday, I'd come in and clean this place until it sparkled. Does he have a life? I know he has a job, but he's surely not getting paid for it. Uh-oh, it says Gumshoe, did you kill this man? What do we have here? Hey, I think I've seen one of these before. Are you sure? Because typically those house money, and I don't suppose you have any of that, Gumshoe. It's a police badge. It's a police badge, detective. Oh, hey, I have the exact same thing, actually. What a quink-dink. Let's take a look inside. Buddy Faith. Did they steal Gumshoe's gun? Perhaps. Mr. Buddy Faith. It would appear that our victim was a detective, just like you. I seem to have gathered a few pieces of pertinent information. Now to calmly use some logic and figure out if any of them are connected to each other. No. The way I play this game is I collect as much fucking evidence as possible so that it's confusing for me to piece together later when I do logic. Oh man, this guy got stabbed in the dick. My condolences, man. Buddy Faith sounds like some shit you'd hear a youth pastor say. Probably, yeah. It sounds like a D&D character that is a youth pastor, you know? Okay. Let's see here. There's blood all over this, his lower abdominal area. It looks like the bullet passed clean through his stomach area, sir. In other words, he was shot. Yep. And until the autopsy's done, I don't think we'll know much more than that. Critical hit. To the nads. Unfortunate. Please have the body sent to the morgue once they're done processing the crime scene. Crime scene notes jotted down in my organizer because there is no court record here. Are you going to be okay with keeping track of the evidence we find, sir? Of course. This is the safest way I know to keep track of it all. Alright, if you say so. I keep all the evidence I find either in or with my organizer. When I want to re-examine a piece, I have but to press E to open my organizer. But the organizer isn't only for evidence. I keep people's profiles on hand in it too. It's probably a good idea to make a habit of checking the facts often. I mean, yeah. Gum. I don't believe it! I had packed those files on the shelf so tight! And not even an earthquake could make them fall off, but just look at them! Gumshoe, don't talk about earthquakes right now. Or ever, please. At this rate, the rest of the files won't be able to withstand an earthquake at all! a problem, to be sure. Jesus, Gumshoe, please. He has PTSD. Please do not talk about earthquakes. Well, once the investigation is over, we'll put them back on the shelf. Hello? What the fuck? It says gum! Are we not gonna talk about that? Ah! Fine, I'll progress. It's his gun. I kind of miss the old animation for this. Like, the DS version of this animation was like two white blobs. Like I know they're bubbles. I think they're bubbles. They're like thought bubbles. But like, they would like revolve around each other and go, and then they would do like, and that sounds like insane people talk, but like, it looked really cool. And I like, as a child, I was like, wow, this is the coolest thing in the fucking world. Edgeworth is so cool and so gay. The revolver, the standard model used by detectives. Could it have belonged to our recently departed? Detective Gumshoe, could you please thoroughly check the victim's body one more time? Yes, sir. On and out, sir. Maybe the murderer just wanted some gum. Maybe. Excuse me, pal. Let's see. What do we got here? Mr. Edgeworth, sir, this guy's wearing a gun holster. So it appears that our killer somehow managed to take the victim's gun from him. Is that how Edgeworth imagines his logic? Yeah. Yeah, like, it's literally like thought bubbles, and then they go, and if it's right, it goes, but if it's not, it just go pew. This gun is the murder weapon. It was issued to the victim. Let's see what else we can find out about this revolver. As I will say, you gotta look real carefully at each piece of evidence. You can use up, down, right, left to rotate an object. There's no such thing as a bad angle. Use Q and E. Oh fuck, and E to zoom in and zoom in and out to get in at the nitty gritty. Okay. Whoa. Better. Oh, better. It looks like only one round was fired from this. Wow, so the killer killed the Vic with just one shot after wrestling the gun from him? Sounds like the guy knew how to handle a gun, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? It was close proximity, Detective. We have no proof for now, but that is a distinct possibility. I guess this is about all we're going to find out. We should send the body to all... Jim? Oh. Jim! Why, oh why? How could this have happened to a guy like you? Yeah, that's the voice I'm going with. Isn't his name Buddy Faith? What do you mean Jim? Is that a nickname for Buddy? I don't... Are you alright? Don't touch me! Leave me alone! Just let me be! Sorry, but I can't do that. This is also a crime scene. The investigation is still ongoing, so please refrain from touching the body. The body! The body! Don't talk about him like he's just some lump of flesh! Look at him. Jim looks like he's just turned in for the night. Sure. Just in a blood-stained suit, pal. Where are my manners? Aren't you that prosecutor, Why, yes I am! I'm Jock Portman. Portsman. Prosecutor. Jim here was my partner in crime, busting. Oh. Partner in crime busting! I'm, Mars Edgeworth, and like you, I'm also a prosecutor. You clearly don't have any. Yeah. Detective Dick Gumshoe, sure, sir. So you're Miles Edgeworth. I guess this is your office? Yes, that is correct. Then it was you! You're the one who killed Jim! What? Hey, don't go jumping to conclusions, pal. Just calm down, okay? I will not. I know how things work around here. High prosecutor's office doors all have locks built into them. And only the owner of the office has the key to his or own office door. That is correct. However, I was not the one who killed your partner. Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth has been overseas on a business trip this whole time, pal. And the key to the door was with me the entire time, okay? So the only one who could get in here was me. Ho 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 ho! Wait, that means... I'm not sure what that means. So it's you then! You're Jim's killer! God. Oh, people are so fucking stupid. No way, pal! You've got it all wrong! Everyone calm the fuck down. God damn it. Mr. Portsman, correct? If you are a real prosecutor, you should know how to stay collected. The investigation has only just begun. Isn't it too early to be drawing conclusions? Alright, I get the point. You're right, my mistake. I did get a little too hot-headed sometimes. You sure are one cool customer though, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard all the rumors about you. You're the great genius prosecutor. Actually, the title is Demon Prosecutor. You're something of a legend, you know. Anyway, let's call a truce and work together, okay? Nah. Shifted the blame. Nice work, Gumshoe. You're getting your pay increased and also maybe going to jail. Now, how about a handshake to seal the deal? A pleasure to work with you. No thank you, I'm taken. You guys were conducting your investigation, right? Sorry for barging in like that. Carry on then, it's your room after all. Thank you. I intend to. So done with this man. Well, he's the tutorial, so it won't take that long, right? It's not gonna be like Ace Attorney Chronicles where it took a full fucking, 7 hours for the tutorial case, right? It does sound like an Edgeworth line. I'm already so done with this man. I just want a little more time to say goodbye to Jim. You there. Sir! What the fuck? I want you to capture this scene on film for me. My final farewell to my partner Jim. I'm gonna post it to TikTok later. I should probably give them some space. Okay. Oh, wait. Is that Jim? Your jacket, sir. What's it doing on the floor? It must have fallen off the wall when the killer tried to threaten me by firing a round. Hey, look, it's young and fucking, like, bratty Edgeworth's cloak. Or, like, suit. Jacket? Remember Trials and Tribulations when he was still very gay, but, also extremely fucking bratty? It must have fallen off the wall while the killer tried to threaten me by firing a round. So the killer not only shot the victim, but they shot your jacket as well? They dared to shoot the ultra special jacket that you made your prosecutorial debut in? What if they had shot through it? It would have been a disaster. It's not worth getting worked up over, Detective. Not when there's something more here. Like what? I take it you haven't noticed it yet, Detective. There's a giant contradiction right here in front of us. Really? Did I say contradiction? He must be rubbing off on me. I'm starting to sound like him. Oh. Oh, man. It talks about Phoenix Counter 1. Oh, man. You know what? Hold on. Hold the fuck on. I'm actually gonna keep a fucking running tally. Hold on. Hold on. Oops, that. Oh, it's so big! Hold on. I'll fix it. Give me a second. Rubbing off on me? Out of context, that sounds dirty. I mean, even in context, you know, knowing Phoenix and Edgeworth. And a tally for the investigation line he'll say several times? That's true. Hold on. Hook and cranny. Oops. Here, let me, like, make this... color correction. Let's just make it like super... There we go. But I have my own methods and I will conduct this investigation my way. When the scene before me contradicts a piece of evidence or seems off, that's when my deductive skills come into play. First, I have to find the spot that holds the contradiction. This is it, the bullet hole. This bullet hole is where the contradiction lies. When I spot something that's off, I should point my cursor at it and press T with conviction. And when I have found sufficient proof to prove the contradiction, I present it! This is how I do things. Only one shot fired. Boop. Eureka! Eureka! Oh, I love him! I'm kind of glad that they didn't record any new voice lines. Wait, what are they gonna do about, like, the second game? Wait, did they record, like, new voice lines for the new characters? Because there's no English voice lines, right? Did they record new voice lines for the new characters that are gonna be, like, super, like, HD sounding? But like, Edgeworth's is just gonna be the old... the old one? I mean, I'm fine with that. It's just gonna be really funny. Sandwich, raw tomato. I say soup. This bullet hole is the contradiction. What do you mean, sir? It's elementary. 2 shots were fired in this room. The first felled the victim. And the second felled this frame. Hey, that's right! However, the gun was only fired once. Hey, that's true too! Which means that one of these 2 bullets was fired from a different gun. Did the killer have another gun prepared for tonight? Other than the victim's gun that I found, could there be another gun in play here? I'm at soup! I'm at the soup aisle! By the way, I noticed something, sir. Yes? What's that thing sticking out from behind the frame? Ah, it's a secret safe. A secret safe? Oh, I smell money. I'll spare us the trouble and just say it. Nothing like what you're imagining is inside. I have all of my money in offshore bank accounts, okay, detective? The rich stay rich. We don't keep money just in safes here. Now, if you could kindly move this frame out of the way. Roger that! Talk about dusty! I suppose that's what happens when I'm not here to dust it in once in a while. I had no idea there was a safe here, or I'd have kept it clean for you, sir. Why are you at the soup store? So when'd you put this thing in? It wasn't something I had installed personally. Every prosecutor's office has one. Really? I had no idea. Well, only prosecutors are supposed to have knowledge of their existence. So what's inside, Mr. Edgeworth? Right now, nothing. We only use them to store especially important evidence when a trial is in session. That's it? Talking about squashing my hopes and dreams. Secret safe. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny! There it is. That's two. He has to have a special shrine photos of his lover inside the safe. He seems more like the kind of person that would keep it like locked up in his desk, honestly. Cause like he's not exactly subtle about like being gay if you just look at his clothing. He has a photo in every spot, possibly. Possibly. Hey, what the fuck is this? Now this is odd. You found something, sir? This keypad. Don't you find it to be a bit too clean? Yeah, there's a thick layer of dust around it, but not on the keypad itself. Which means someone, like, wiped their fingerprints off of it, yeah? Should've just wiped the entire thing, idiot. You the forensic scientist. Yes, sir! Could you please dust this area for fingerprints? You got it, sir! Weren't you doing that before? What the fuck were you doing? I couldn't find, let alone lift a single print. Looks like it was wiped down well. As I thought. It appears that logic is the only way around this setback. Time to rationally and calmly connect the dots with the information we have. Okay. He was dusting the frame for prints. Even though, like, Edgeworth knows that the frame fell. I guess it was just the frame. He knows the frame fell just from the gunshot, though. They were after something in my safe, but there's nothing. I believe I have figured out what the murder was after. Edgeworth just wanted to look smart. True. Well, what is it, sir? The fact that the safe was wiped clean of fingerprints suggests that the criminal had at least attempted to open my safe. Making the culprit's motive for breaking and entering theft, I believe. Try to open my safe. The frame had to be removed to get the safe to wipe the keypad. Oh, that's true. That's true. I mean, if they had the foresight to wipe down the fucking keypad, I assume they'd have the foresight to wear gloves, right? I wonder if knowing that the motive behind this break-in was theft changes what the other pieces of information can tell me about this crime. Theft? Maybe it wasn't signs of a struggle, but more signs of, like, looking for shit, yeah? Boop. There is a possibility that the files splayed on the floor are not the result of a struggle between the victim and his killer. Oh, you mean like it could be from when the killer tried to find something, sir? Oh, wow, Gumshoe, I'm surprised. I'm surprised you could put 2 and 2 together for once. Precisely. We need to figure out if any of the files have been stolen. Yes, sir. I'm gonna shelve files like I've never seen before, even at a library. Sure. Let's give it a try. I sincerely doubt you understand the Dewey Decimal System, Gumshoe. Why do all the good ones always die young? Only the good die young. Surely you must ponder that every once in a while, Mr. Edgeworth. No matter how much we lament, the dead will not come back to life. All we can do is search for the truth. And? So what are we supposed to do? How do we go about finding the truth? First, we calmly restore the files to their rightful place. You got it! Here, let me help! Unless you're a spirit medium. True! So this file goes here and that book goes there. You sure know a lot about where things go, despite it being Mr. Edgeworth's office. Because I'm the only one who keeps it tidy, pal. Okay, done. Oh. Move the fucking body, dude! It would appear that the murder was definitely committed here. The bloodstains on the bookshelf are still fresh. I suspect that the victim was killed in a standing position, hence the prints on the shelf. And then the guy fell on the floor, right? The blood on the floor is kind of grossing me out. You're a detective. Detective, I don't have the time to deal with your weak stomach right now. But you know I'm no good with blood, sir. You're a homicide detective. That brother took it a bit rough. Yeah. I'm certain there's something wrong with this picture. Hey, look, a bullet. Huh. It appears that the victim was in a sitting position here after being shot. Oh, so that's why the seat of the victim's pants has blood on it. That would be the logical conclusion. The victim's handprints. He must have tried to support himself with his hands after being shot. There are prints on the floor, too. Wait a minute. If he was shot, like, while standing up, how is the bullet hole down there? There are prints on the floor, too. Those must have been made when unable to stay standing, he dropped onto the floor. So this is where the bullet lodged itself after it went through the victim, huh? We don't judge what they're into. Well, I will judge if it involves, you know, like, being shot to death, you know? For the bullet to be lodged so squarely in a file's spine indicates that the files were ransacked after the shooting had occurred. Then I guess the victim was moved because he was in the killer's way. The killer moved the body because it was leaning against the bookshelf. The blood on this guy's pants proves that pretty well. In a sense, I suppose. See, I'm not completely useless, Mr. Edgeworth. Unlike a certain useless winner. I'm still crying over it, bro. But he was standing. I don't understand. Clean through the victim's abdomen. Gumshoe's only 32? That's crazy. It's gotta be this, right? Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? Wait, hold on. Is there anything I can deduce right now? No. It's gotta be this, then. Is it the abdomen thing? Because he was standing up, right? Eureka! Eureka! There is clearly a contradiction here with this bullet hole. What do you mean, sir? You don't see? Quite simply, the bullet hole itself is too low. If the victim was shot in the stomach, the hole should be much higher up. Yeah, holes and stuff. But what if the guy was shot while he was sitting or lying down, sir? That would be illogical. The victim leaned against the shelf here after being shot, which suggests that he was standing when he was shot. Then that means... wait, what does that mean, sir? It means you need to use your brain every once in a while instead of mine, detective. Don't be rude. He doesn't have any brains. He's just a little dog, okay? In any case, it means someone made a faulty assumption. And it was from this mistake that our current contradiction was born. What is the faulty assumption that caused this problem with the bullet hole's position? The order of the files? I believe the order of the files is a bit off. You mean I put them back in the wrong order just now? Hey, I think the labels on the files are wrong, sir. Wait, actually? Oh? Yeah, you see here how the files that were shot begin with the number 0? What are those what are those doing all the way down there after 1, 2, and 3? That's really weird. Actually, the way they're organized now is the correct order. They are exactly as I see them in my mind's eye. Okay, Mr. fucking Mind Palace, who the fuck are you, Sherlock? Sorry, Herlock? But the numbers are all out of order. Those white binders are special, so they are arranged a little differently. But from this, we know that the files were not in this order when the crime occurred. Aha, so that's it. I believe the killer made the same incorrect assumption as you just did, detective. Let's rearrange the files in numerical order and see what we find out. Yeah, there it is. Do you think it'd be okay to prop the body back up to how it was before it was moved? They finished processing the crime scene, so I don't see why it wouldn't be. I mean, I assume the person who does autopsies would be kinda mad. If you please, Detective Gumshoe. As I suspected, the bullet hole is now where it should logically be. The killer went through my files first before shooting Mr. Faith. And then put the files back in numerical order, I guess. Exactly, then proceeded to shoot the victim. But why would someone kill a man and then look through your files one more time? Puzzling indeed. The files were thrown into disarray twice, once before and once after the crime, but why? I don't actually remember why. Like, I know, like, there's 2 guns, right? Is there 2 people? Now the crime scene is as it was at the time of the murder. Time to go, time to give it another look. Uh-oh. Stinky. Uh-oh, poopy. This. What is that? Why does it say gumshoe on there in blood? Actually, it says gum-ho. It says gum-ho. There is no S here. I'd say that's some incredibly incriminating evidence. Yes, indicative of criminal activity indeed. No, wait, there's gotta be some mistake. Gum-ho. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me. Say something, sir. I'm docking up, eh? It appears that one of my files was stolen. Is that all, sir? What about me and my situation? Is this what the killer was really after? Stolen file data jotted down on my organizer. He just took it so he could update it, you know? An updated autopsy report. Woo! Looks like Jim was able to leave us the name of his killer in the end. And this most important message managed to reach us. I'm telling you, it wasn't me! You can't be terribly pleased to hear that your beloved partner is the guilty party. He's hardly my beloved partner. He's more of a dog, and he's not even my favorite dog. Pess is my favorite dog. If you're going to accuse Detective Gumshoe of being the culprit, I sincerely hope you have some proof to back it up. Jim's words, they're more than enough, wouldn't you say? If that's how you want to play it, then at least allow me to understand your reasoning. You got it! I don't like this one bit. There's something strange about this man's attitude. This dude definitely fucking killed him. And there must be some sort of flaw to his logic waiting for me to dig out. Mr. Edgeworth, what are you gonna do? What I always do in court. I'm going to cross-examine him. What are you fucking talking about, dude? The prosecutors never cross-examine the witnesses. It's always the defense. What are you talking about, my man? One way or another, I'll expose the flaw in his logic with this technique. Like, the only time you've ever fucking, like, done cross-examinations is when you were standing in for Phoenix in Trials and Tribulations, you know? Like, that's the only time I've ever seen you cross-examine someone, other than this game. Oh, how do you do that? Can you explain it to me, sir? Might as well. Alright, first I listen to the witness's testimony. My guy's smiling right after seeing a damn murder. Of course he's the killer. Well, yeah, but to be fair, Edgeworth was also smiling like a fucking jackass, so... He doesn't cross-examine, he trident examines. If I find a flaw in the testimony, something that contradicts the evidence. The testimony contradicts the evidence. No. Fuck. I open my organizer with E and present the piece of contradictory evidence. To present something, I simply use T, but that's old news. But it's not like there's gonna be a flaw in their testimony every time, right? Correct, and at those times I need to press the witness with Q. Sometimes, by pressing, I can draw out new information, new or modified testimony. I think I get it, sir. I'll be sure to try this technique out during investigations, too. I sincerely doubt it. Very well, I'll even show you how it's done. Now watch carefully. Mr. Portsman's logic. Here we fucking go. Don't worry, little doll. Just trust the process. Exactly. Detective Gumshoe, you stole Jim's gun from him and shot him dead. Furthermore, you messed up the files to make it look like you'd committed theft instead. That's when you moved Jim's body that it was sitting in front of the bookshelf. But thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letters his body was hiding. And it'll be by his final words that you will be brought to justice. You love this theme? I like all of the fucking investigation songs. They're so fucking good. You intend to argue that the victim's dying message points to his killer. I can hear Jim's voice and he's calling for his killer's arrest. Are you sure you're not mishearing his words, Mr. Portsman? There's no way Detective Gumshoe is the culprit here. He's simply too stupid to commit murder. I will find the flaw in this man's logic and expose it with credible evidence. If Detective Gumshoe ever, accidentally killed someone, he would just report himself to the cops, you know? I don't think Gumshoe has a single bad bone in his body. He would never murder someone on purpose. But, if he ever accidentally did, he would be, handcuffing himself. You know? If Gumshoe truly was the murderer, there would be much more evidence than this. Exactly.
Hold it!
Oh man, I miss these old fucking, these old, objection, hold it voice lines. Because it literally just sounds like they grabbed some fucking intern, at the company and just said, hey, yell these words into the mic. And then they were like, okay. You know, there's something I've been meaning to ask. What is it? Why'd you call the victim Jim? When clearly his name is Buddy Faith. Isn't it obvious? Jim is the perfect name for my companion. Jock and Jim. Don't those two names go together like peanut butter and jelly? No. But Jim isn't even close to the guy's real name. Well, Jock and Buddy just sounds off somehow. Besides, he was the third of a bunch of guys I decided to nickname Jim. He talks about his victim like he was a pet. Not that I can say anything. You messed up the files to make it look like you committed theft instead.
Hold it!
Hold it! Do you really think it was necessary to dishevel my shelves twice to do that? That's true. Okay, then maybe his real intent was theft. Hey, are you accusing me of stealing something from Mr. Edgeworth? Also, if, Gumshoe has the key to this office, you know that he can just, steal it whenever, right? Why would he wait for the day that I return? You know, that's, asking for trouble. It's a possibility. Maybe your salary's been cut so much that life is getting a little too rough to handle. I'll have you know that I eat 3 square meals every day, pal. It's 3 Cheez-Its. 1 for breakfast, 1 for lunch, and 1 for dinner. Okay, so all 3 of them happen to be instant noodles, but instant noodles are fucking good, pal. Poor thing. What an evil prosecutor were you paired up with. And what a motive, no? That's when you moved Jim's body that was sitting in front of the bookshelf.
Hold it!
And why would Detective Gumshoe do such a thing? Because the body was getting in his way. He had to mess up your bookshelf somehow, right? Anyway. Thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letters his body was hiding.
Hold it!
Why do you think that the killer didn't notice the bloody letters? The body was covering it quite well, wouldn't you say? That's how we missed it. But judging by what I've seen, it doesn't take much of your detective to miss something. That's true. Who do you think you are? You know nothing about me, pal. There's a lot a person can understand about another from first impressions alone. Can't say I disagree with him on that point. Well, why don't you say something, sir? Not you too, Mr. Edgeworth! Ugh. Despite his lack of attention to detail, I don't believe the detective to be the culprit. He's an awful detective, but pretty, good guy. Nobody could have overlooked the bloody letters, and I can prove it with evidence. I couldn't ask for a better setup. For the game finishing spike. Oh, are you a volleyball player? It'll be by his final words that you'll be brought to justice.
Hold it!
Ace Attorney never fails to make the culprits look so punchable. Yeah. Are you saying that those letters were intended for you? Yup. Jim was an outstanding detective. I would expect no less from my former partner. Looks like Mr. Portsman still doesn't understand. He has yet to figure out the true meaning behind the bloody letters. What are you sputtering in there? Can't you just admit my logic is perfectly sound? Actually, there's a gigantic flaw in his logic. A gap so wide that even the good detective can spot it. Now, to clue Mr. Portsman in by presenting him with some evidence. Actually, dumb fuck. Someone stole the killer stole a file, and therefore, how the fuck would he miss it? Idiot.
Objection!
It looks like a knockoff Ken doll. Perhaps you're not aware, Mr. Portsman, but there is a serious flaw in your logic. Ha! Bringing a bit of courtroom into this. I see. No problem. I'm game. I can't help but find it odd. I mean, to be fair, in this game, the protagonist is also punchable, but in like a loving way, you know? Excuse me? Odd that a fellow prosecutor would be brought down by the power of his own office. What are you talking about? Oh, you're joking. I get it. If you have the time to laugh, then you have the time to take another closer look at this. Oh my god. Wait, is this a remaster? Wait, this fucking rips. Wait, hold on. Oh my god. Oh my god, the slap bass! What the fuck? Why does Edgeworth's games have the best fucking music? I'll fucking kill myself over this, man. Do you still not see? If not, may I direct your attention to the missing file? What? That's impossible! But I didn't take any files! The music's the greatest. It's so good. Oh my god, the orchestral hits! Kill me, bro. What's impossible, Mr. Portsman? Nothing. It's so funny that his little band up there catches all his sweat. That's so fucking funny. The files on that shelf are all about a certain case. When the killer went to take the file after murdering your partner, I highly doubt they could have missed the bloody letters written on the spines.
Objection!
Objection! It's possible that they could have taken the file before committing the murder. Then, why the fuck? How the fuck could he have, like, written it down? The fuck? Are you stupid? I think it's pretty obvious that the file was stolen after it was written on. The missing letters in the detective's name, where the file should be, as proof. Yeah, I mean, the S is gone and there's only half an H. My name is Gumshoe, not Gum... Oh? Okay. If Detective Gumshoe really was the culprit of this case, I highly doubt that even he could overlook his own name written in blood on the files. Especially as a detective who can't stand the sight of blood. Jesus Christ, go to the fucking dentist, my guy. What is up, brother? Which means, what exactly? What does that make this dying message? It makes it the work of a criminal intent on tampering with the crime scene. Well, like, why the fuck? Why the fuck would he take it out after writing the fucking message? Oh, was there like 2 people? That's so low! I can't believe the criminal tried to pin this whole thing on me, sir! I'm gonna get him, sir! You'll see! I'm gonna have him under arrest in no time! Calm down, Gumshoe. Here's a treat. God. Well, Mr. Portsman? Brilliant! Absolutely splendid! Logic deserving of Olympic gold. We're good. Whew! Jesus. I appreciate the praise, but it doesn't change the fact that your reasoning is flawed. You win some and you lose some. That's how life goes. Mike got too excited. Yeah. I really gotta fix my fucking, like, audio setup, because if I nudge one of my cables once, it's over. It's fucking Jover, bro. Glad everyone's so cheery, even though I feel more dead than alive. It's all of the instant ramen, Gumshoe. Eat something else. But you know, it really is a shame. I really didn't want to have to bring this up, however... What is it this time? Are you still after me, pal? Humor me for a second. Who has the key to this office? That would be me. Oh, fuck. That would be me. But Mr. Edgeworth just proved that I'm innocent, pal. What the fuck? Oh my god. That's absolutely right. I acknowledge your innocence. God. Oh, game sound 0? Fuck! Wait. Son of a bitch. Okay, hold on. Okay, there we go. One other person. Hey, you there! Wait, hold on. One other person with a key to this office. Okay, yeah. He's going to fly away with the flapping of his jacket and then T-posing? Yeah, like, I don't know. It's more YMCA posing, honestly. Yes, sir! What is it, sir? Would you kindly fetch and escort that lovely young lady for me? A lady? Ugh, in my office? The girl is a member of this building security. Think of her as a material witness. Security? Did you say security? No, stop it, pal, don't! What's wrong with him all of a sudden? Oh, Gumshoe. I believe she needs no introduction. Gumshoe's worked up. I've called upon Miss Maggie Bird, a member of security. Oh, it's Gumshoe's girlfriend! No! Detective Gumshoe, sir. Maggie! Miss Bird is the security guard on watch tonight. She is so cute, dude. Hold on. They have a little bit of an age gap, but she's a whole adult. It's okay. They're cute together. It's the freaking mascot. Yep. I see. And your point is? My point is that she could very well have used it. And by it, I mean the master key, which can open all the office doors in his building. What? Oh, what? If you're not the guilty party, Detective Gumshoe, then the only other person with access to this room is Miss Bird.
How dare you! I would never sneak into someone's room.
That's right. That's right. I refuse to believe that Maggie's the culprit, pal. It was me. That's right. I did it. Can we take that as a confession, detective? Well, it wasn't really me, but it definitely wasn't Maggie, pal. Imagine being accused of murder, then having your girlfriend be accused of it. Oof. Oof. If you say the mascot's name 3 times, he'll appear behind you and do his little dance. No. Not the fucking dance, dude. I'm tired of seeing that fucking dance. Please refrain from flying off the handle, detective. There's no need for such theatrics. Ah, and I'm the gay one here. Listen to your boss, detective. He understands what I'm saying here. God, I hate that fucking bitch. That girl is the only one who could have committed the crime. And for one simple reason. Gumshoe's been nothing but put through the ringer. I mean, so has Maggie. Every single job that she's, you know, had involves getting fucking arrested. Stop flapping your jacket. Yeah, for real, dude. Who the fuck you think you are, Michael Jackson? I'm gonna make you eat that metal like a chocolate bar. Oh, he will. It's pretty obvious that Miss Bird snuck you into your room using that master key. I mean, if Detective Gumshoe isn't the one who opened the door, then that leaves only Miss Bird as our prime suspect. On top of which she knows our good detective, doesn't she? Making it all the more probable that she was the one who faked the dying message. So you're saying she used the master key? Oh, she used the master key. Master key data jotted down in my organizer. Incredibly incriminating evidence, didn't you say? That's what you claimed about the evidence earlier as well. That was then, this is now. The flow of a good match always changes during a rally. It's all about your reflexes and reaction time, especially for an athlete like me. I know you bought that on eBay. I wonder if there was anyone else other than Miss Bird who could have used the master key. It seems that the only way to get Mr. Portsman to give me more details is to press him. And no one wants your BO, for real.
Hold it!
Are you sure Miss Bird is the only member of securities who could have used the master key? There's only one person on staff at this time of night, and tonight she's it. That seems irresponsible considering how much fucking evidence is in here. Isn't that right, Miss Bird?
That's, true, but I wasn't able to use the master key at the time of the crime, sir.
Wasn't able to? What's that supposed to mean? Yeah, moving on. I'd hate to get sidetracked by something unrelated. What do you mean unrelated? I want to hear what she has to say, pal! But you can't really trust her not to say lies. Plus, I hate wasting time. You want Maggie's jacket? It's cute! Ask for more details, for sure. Not so fast. I, too, am interested in hearing what Miss Bird has to say. And didn't I just say it'd be a waste of time? We don't need to hear her lies. Someone stole it from her? Probably. Knowing her fucking luck. I'll be the judge of that. Miss Bird, if you please.
I discovered that the master key went missing at around 1 AM, sir.
What do you mean by missing?
As in, it wasn't anywhere in the security booth, sir. The killer must have stolen it.
Oh, great job security guarding, Maggie. Mr. Portsman, I believe this to be an important piece of testimony, don't you? You'd cosplay Maggie in a heartbeat if you weren't so overweight. Why is that stopping you? You can find a jacket that'll fit you that looks like that. Mr. Portsman, I believe this to be an important piece of testimony, don't you? I can't believe that someone like you would be taken in by such words.
I'm not lying, sir.
Objection!
If that's the case, then I'd like to know why you have the master key now.
I don't quite know. It just reappeared all of a sudden, sir.
A likely story. And where is your proof that the key was stolen to begin with? I bet you just forgot where you put it and then found it again.
I never lose things. I can practically guarantee that. Except for all the times that I do. With me, if something disappears, it's usually because someone stole it.
That's true. Yeah, pal, trust me, you don't want to test just how bad her luck is. It's somehow even worse than mine. Unfortunately, I can't deem this piece of testimony as conclusive. Glad you agree, Mr. Edgeworth. But... You still haven't established Maggie's motive for breaking into Mr. Edgeworth's office. Key drops are more common in janitorial and security than you would think. Yeah, probably. But, like... it seems like she was just in her office and then it went missing. So, like, I feel like that should be on her person, you know? Motive? Didn't we already establish that it was theft? I mean, the culprit clearly went through the bookshelves and at least tried the safe. It is as Mr. Portsman says, Detective. Can't ignore the fact that all the evidence points toward a motive of theft. But I'm done taking blows. It's time to counterattack with a few facts of my own. Her intent from the messed up shelves to the wiped down safe, I'd say thievery.
Hold it!
I concur that the culprit's motive appears to have been thievery, however. How would Maggie know about the safe? Gumshoe didn't even know? True! Glad to hear that the great Miles Edgeworth is in agreement with little old me. However, with regard to the investigation of the bookshelves and safe. Hey, good thinking, asking for my opinion on the matter. Would it be too much for you to allow me to complete a full sentence? Shut the fuck up. I mean, if Detective Gumshoe isn't the one who opened the door.
Hold it!
You want his fingerless gloves? Fingerless gloves are pretty fun. I wore some, like, as part of my cosplay to Anime NYC. There it is. And they're pretty cool to wear. I thought we'd established Detective Gumshoe's innocence pretty thoroughly. It was just a theory, a game theory, a one hypothesis among the many possibilities. I mean, I had my doubts about Miss Bird from the very beginning. If that's the case, then why didn't you mention her first? Now, don't make that face. See, there goes the truth running the other way. Let's pick up the pace and see if we can't catch up to it. I don't think you're catching my drift. But we are in agreement that the detective isn't the killer, right? Time to look through all characters with fingerless gloves to find out what my cosplay was. You'll never find it out. You'll never figure it out. If so, then I hope you'll understand when I say that since she is the only one who could have opened your office door, then that leaves only Miss Bird as our prime suspect.
Hold it!
Nuh-uh. Don't you think it's a bit early to be jumping to conclusions? Portsman's just fishing for anything he can find, for sure. Are you saying there's another way to open the door other than with the master key? I get it. Perhaps he had a spare made for someone else? Like a lover? Like a gay lover with spiky hair? I'll have you know, I've never made a spare, so what are you insinuating? Nothing. Guess I should have known better than to suggest that someone like you would. On top of which, she knows our good detective, doesn't she? Yeah, they're dating. Is there anyone in this district who hasn't at least heard of Detective Gumshoe? I'll have you know, I sneak my lovers in dramatically. I will not have anyone be finding them out by just, you know, them walking into my room, waltzing in. I need to make sure that the cameras are off, and, you know, the only people watching are me and him, and me and him, and that's it. Not even God can see. A good point. He's practically a celebrity among us prosecutors. Oh my god, among us. No way, guys. In 2011? No way. Oh wait, 2009? Investigations 1 is 2009, right? Among Us in 2009? Crazy. Oh, really? I never knew I was so talked about, sir. Oh, we're holding our collective breath, you know? For when you screw up so badly that you're literally chased off the force. Wait, what? Is that true, Mr. Edgeworth? Of course not. That's hogwash. Edgeworth, you're so bad at lying, actually. Ugh, don't scare me like that. I almost had a heart attack there. Oof. I'm never going to tell him I'm dying with that secret. Making it all the more possible that she was the one who faked the dying message.
Hold it!
Nuh-uh. By dying message, you mean the bloody letters that spell out Gumshoe. I figured that whoever wrote his name must have wanted to frame him. And just the act of choosing his name is proof enough that the two know each other well. Mr. Edgeworth, what are you waiting for? Hurry up and present some evidence! I would love to. But first, we should listen a bit more and digest what he is saying. And press him for more information. I did. Messed up shelves to the wipe down safe. Actually, she doesn't know shit about the save. Bitch.
Objection!
Do you wish to continue insisting that Miss Bird was set on stealing something? Why not? It's the truth, after all. Like, why does he spin when he does that? It was also by your logic that we came to the whole thievery conclusion anyway. That may be, but you also must be aware of the fact that the safe is a secret safe. The existence of which is only privy to prosecutors. Ah! I find it a little hard to believe that a hidden safe was a part of her cunning plan. But she could have found it by accident while she was turning everything else upside down. I highly doubt that. I'd say the culprit knew exactly what they were looking for. After all, only the bookshelf and the safe were targeted. Oh, there he is. He's eating it. He's eating that shit. Oh, no wonder his teeth suck so bad. No fucking wonder. This guy's chewing on fucking metal. Ah! Yeah, even I didn't know about that safe, pal. And that means there's no way Maggie could have known about it either. Then are you proposing that the killer is a prosecutor? I mean, your words, not mine. Interesting conclusion. That's definitely looking more and more probable. Shit. Yeah, your sweatband isn't fucking containing all your sweat now, idiot. Idiot moron. What's wrong, prosecutor? Do you have a different suspect in mind now? Curses, why? What made you... what's with the angry face all of a sudden? It's all my fault. Why are you so nervous, dummy? Yeah. Why, just chill, man. What do you mean? It's Jim. He knew about the existence of the secret safes. What did you just say? We were partners, like inseparable conjoined twins. That's why I told him. I filled him in on the secret saves. Then that means... Mr. Edgeworth, you don't trust me as your partner? You didn't tell me about the save. Yeah, I know. I only just told him too. Obviously it was wrong of me to tell him. I still can't quite believe it, but the thief who broke into your room was probably Jim.
Now he's claiming that the victim was the thief.
And you were simply trying to stop him, weren't you? Then why the fuck is the book gone? He's dead here. He's still in the room. He's still in the room and the book is gone. Explain that, sir. Miss Maggie Bird.
Excuse me?
I mean, you are a security guard, right? That's your job. But killing is going a bit too far, even in your risky profession. I mean, cops get away with it all the time. Let's be fucking real. What the? You're still accusing Maggie of the murder? Yeah, I know. I mean, she had stumbled upon Jim, who'd probably drawn his gun. Self-defense, exactly. I get it. It was self-defense, wasn't it?
No, I couldn't. I could never do something like that. Not even as a security guard, sir. I don't know how to use my gun. Every time I pull the trigger, it doesn't go off. And I don't understand why.
She has the safety on and she doesn't know what that means. Plus, even if he was the thief, he wouldn't have a key to this office. No, which is precisely why he had to steal it, wouldn't you say? It was Jim who stole the master key. Pretty impossible for a supposedly stolen key to be here with us unless you retrieved it from Jim after you killed him. Mr. Portsman, are you honestly accusing your own partner of being a thief? It's actually really funny that Edgeworth is saying this now, considering who our Maya of the game is. Because, you know, shockingly enough, it's not Gumshoe. Gumshoe is Gumshoe. But the obligatory girl assistant of this game. The obligatory girl assistant of this game is a fucking thief. So that's really fucking funny. I don't want to admit it, but it's the only way for everything else to make sense. You forgot about Kay? How dare you? Kay is one of the best characters, bro. I love her. I love her. Has he no honor? Now then, I think we're done here. The investigation waits for no man. Would you people be so kind as to see yourselves out, sir? You can't kick us out. This is Mr. Edgeworth's office. But I'm the one who's been assigned to this case. You are all suspects to varying degrees and therefore ineligible to run the show. And you're not a suspect even though you're sus as hell? Listen, listen, pal, how many times do I have to say this? Maggie can't be the culprit. Detective Gumshoe, calm yourself. But sir... You have no choice but to accommodate his request, for now. I will kill him later. Haha! Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth, at least one of you understands. Now then, if you could remove yourselves from my crime scene, I'd be most grateful. Mark my words, Mr. Portsman, we will meet again. If that's a formal request from the legendary demon prosecutor himself, then I suppose so. Now, don't disappoint me, you hear? Ew. Get the fuck out of here. To be continued. It's only been 2 hours. Fuck that shit. I'm finishing this case. That's crazy. There's 20 save slots? You're crazy. That's the girl with the wild-ass haircut. That means nothing in Ace Attorney. That means fucking nothing in Ace Attorney. Surely it won't happen again, right? Surely not. It's not gonna be a 7-hour stream, guys. Listen, this is the DS era. They didn't have, like, long-ass fucking cases back then. There's no fucking fancy pants cutscenes. Like, listen. No, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
What is with that prosecutor? I can't believe how rude he was. It was unbelievable.
Please maintain your professionalism, detective.
I'm gonna find some real solid evidence proving Maggie's innocence. You'll see, sir. But we've been kicked out of the crime scene, sir. True. So then what now? Looks like my life's fallen into yet another gigantic ditch.
What the fuck was her first job? Like, her first thing was like I think she was introduced in Justice for All. Her boyfriend, I think her boyfriend, her boyfriend was like murdered and she got accused of it. And then she started working as a maid in a cafe and then got accused of murder again. And then what? There was another thing. I think, is this just her third time? Copium. Do not despair, Miss Bird. We can overcome this as well. There are many other places and things we should be looking into anyway.
Really, sir?
For example, this hallway. The linchpin of his argument against Miss Bird is related to the master key. I already see something. Can you guys see the evidence? Point at the screen if you can see the evidence. Regarding the mystery surrounding my door. Not Dora. Oh man, you got it. The key evidence is this basketball. No fucking way. What is a basketball doing here? Can you guys spell murder?
That's Mr. Portsman's prized possession, sir.
I thought he was a volleyball player.
I heard he also plays soccer, dodgeball, and even tennis.
Oh, he's just Mr. Sport. And not a single one of those sports is suitable to be played in a hallway. What the fuck, Payne, you're here?
It looks like you're in quite the pinch, Mr. Edgeworth.
Sorry, it's a Toad voice. I don't remember what voice I gave, like, ouchie. To be sure, murder within the walls of the prosecutor's office is no trifling matter. We must find, apprehend, and punish the killer accordingly post-haste.
Sounds like a messy case you've got on your hands. If you ever feel lost or need any advice, my door is always open.
He doesn't get named in this game. Doesn't deserve it. He's not the prosecutor of this game. I'm the fucking prosecutor, okay? Even though I act like a defense attorney. How gracious. I will keep your offer in mind, whatever the fuck your name is. Who is this guy again? Is everything alright? Yes, sir. If you must know, I weighed myself this morning and I'm finally at 154 pounds. Well, good for you, man. Congratulations, but I was asking about this hallway in this room. Oh, everything's okay, sir, but we haven't actually looked around at all. A word of advice, stay focused or you may start to lose even more weight. Because I will dock your pay. And you'll be eating instant ramen like the detective here every single day. Your life is in my hands, okay? Financially. What is a basketball hoop doing here?
Hey, did this used to just be outside next to the building a long time ago?
So when and why was it moved indoors?
I don't remember exactly, but I saw one of the officers drag it up here recently.
Drag it?
I heard that it wouldn't fit in the elevator, so the boy guy had to bring it himself.
All the way up to the 12th floor. Oof! I was wondering if I may speak with you for a bit concerning this case.
I've always been a big fan of the courtroom, but this is like a dream. A dream where I'm being cross-examined by the Miles Edgeworth.
Weren't you already? Weren't you already? Can't let this chance pass me by. I must remember to ask her about the master key. I should jog her memory by showing my notes to her with tea. The victim. The detective survives off very little food, and yet he's built like a brick house. Yeah, it's the metabolism. For sure. For sure. Have you ever met the victim before? And you know, all that sodium, he carries a lot of water weight. The man is jiggly.
Well, I've seen him a couple of times before when I had to go to Mr. Portsman's office. Mr. Faith was always playing basketball with Mr. Portsman, sir.
That sounds like fun. Just once I'd have loved to play with them.
It sounds fun, but the only person ever taking a shot was Mr. Portsman. All Mr. Faith ever did was pass him the ball, sir.
Oof. On second thought, I don't think I'd have fit in all that well with them. Yeah, you would have fumbled the ball, detective. You. Miss Maggie Bird, correct? I take it that you are an acquaintance of the detective? She was under my supervision back when she was still on the force, sir. Oh, yeah, okay. So, like, I don't remember her job, but, like, wait, wasn't her boyfriend a cop? Like, her boyfriend was a cop in Justice for All. I think it was the first case. And then she was a maid. And then she was on the police force proper. And now she's a security guard. And all of those jobs failed. And now she's getting accused of murder again. One day she got caught up in a murder and things started going downhill, so she quit.
But I owe a lot to Detective Gumshoe for introducing me to my current employer. Or so I thought until a few hours ago. Right before I was about to clock out for the night.
You got caught up in this whirlwind of a case, correct?
Don't worry, my whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. Since I was 6 months old, when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building...
How are you alive? How the fuck are you alive?
What the fuck? I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods. Failed at almost every test I've taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster. And now I even managed to be named a criminal, just when I've become a security guard.
That's a lot to go through in one lifetime. I mean, I've also been accused of murder, but I haven't been hit by every kind of vehicle. Are you okay? Yeah, something kicking a bird out of the nest. Yep. Jesus fucking Christ. Just like Jojo Poe's guy from Chronicles? Yeah! Maybe she's his descendant. Well, that would imply that he fucks. I don't know about that.
I know! And just when I thought I'd finally found my happiness, I wound up getting you and Detective Gumshoe involved in my bad luck.
You don't need to worry about me, Miss Burr, nor do you need to worry about yourself. You may need to worry about Detective, though. He may be getting his pay docked, yet again. I will solve this case and prove your innocence. All I ask in return is for your cooperation.
Yes, sir, Mr. Edgeworth, you can count on me. I'll do all I can to help.
Look at her. So when did you discover the master key was missing?
By the time I realized it, I think it was around 1 a.m., sir. And I noticed it was back around 2:30. a.m. It was just sitting there on the ledge where the security room's reception window is. But I'm sure that between those 2 times, it was not just gone, but stolen, sir.
Why is it such an important key? Why is such an important key stored in such an insecure place?
It's not like that, sir. We always keep the key further inside the room, away from the window.
Always, you say, except for this time, correct?
Well, I admit that I was a bit careless, but I had my reasons. I left it out because I was sort of using it at the time. It was after I had used it that I left it sitting out on the ledge. She used the master key.
What do you mean by that? Explain. What do you mean by you used the master key?
Oh, I had to use it to open the door for this prosecutor who'd forgotten his key.
Who? Oh, nice hat. Oh, she put one of her feathers in the hat. That's cute.
I mean, it's my job as a security guard, right?
Girl, he tricked you. Girl, he tricked you. What is it?
That's right, I just remembered. The prosecutor who forgot his key. It was Mr. Portsman, sir.
What? Please tell me more, Miss Bird, quickly. God damn it. I bet you he, switched the fucking nameplates or some shit.
It was around 12 a.m. Mr. Portsman had forgotten his office key, so we came down to security, sir.
And that's when you loaned the master key to him?
No way, it's against regulations to loan the master key out to anyone. I walked with Mr. Portsman to his office and opened the door for him personally, sir.
I see. Oh, but the basketball hoop was here.
And then, what happened after that?
Well, he called for me to come close up his office as he was leaving to go home. That was around 1:30 a.m., I think.
So, in summary, for the sake of one forgetful prosecutor, you used the master key twice tonight.
Talk about suspicious!
I doubt you can say you've never left your keys at home, Detective. I think this calls for a thorough examination of Mr. Portsman's door. Okay. I wonder where important evidence is. Let's go check out the door. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. There it is. It's so fucking, like, I turned the opacity down so much because I don't want it actually, affecting the stream, but it's so funny. Just seeing it there, barely. Another one. Room 1203, I take it this is Mr. Portsman's office?
Yeah, you can't mistake it because of that basketball hoop, sir. Oh, that reminds me, Mr. Portsman had actually wanted room 1202 really badly. But since you are already occupying it, Mr. Edgeworth, we put him next door, sir.
So why was Mr. Portsman so particular about getting room 1202?
I'm not sure, but I bet it's because of something like his birthday is December 2nd.
Yep, that's gotta be it. Can't think of another reason why.
I can think of at least 3. Why am I even wasting time thinking about this? Here it is. Motherfuck the game audio again! There we go. The door is locked tight.
Huh. I bet the old credit card trick wouldn't work here, huh, Mr. Edgeworth?
This is the office of a high prosecutor detective. These doors would be pretty ineffective if the average cat burglar could get through them.
Aha! So I guess only a great cat burglar could get in. That must be who our culprit is.
Might I advise you to return that conclusion to whatever pawn shop you bought it from? Mr. Windibanks? My god. The pawnbrokery.
It's Mr. Portsman's personal basketball hoop.
I can't believe you put something like this in the hallway of a prosecutor's office.
But you know, it's actually pretty useful, sir. I haven't gotten lost trying to get to your office since it's been here.
How long have I had the same office and yet you still managed to get lost? Oof. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny! How many times, man? How many fucking times, man? When every door looks the same very easily. That's true, but also the numbers, you know? The numbers. He should know the number by now. He's been partners with Edgeworth for how many fucking years already? Also, hold on. I'm gonna start a poll on the Discord. I'm starting a poll on the Discord that you guys can vote on. Actually, wait, can I start a poll on YouTube? I can. Let's see. Let's say... Like, what's a good estimate? I can, yes. Will it exceed... Let's say, like... 30. There's your fucking poll, guys. Easily, yes. Okay, okay. Let me make the specific. In the first part of this game, in Investigations 1, like not crossing over into like Investigations 2, because I don't know if they still use that line, but if they use that line still in that game, then obviously over 30. But in this game alone, the first half. Wow, 100%. Did I up the counter? I think I did, yeah. Maybe. 1202. These 4 numbers on a number plate alone proclaim this to be my office.
Whoops. Hey, these number plates slide right out, sir.
They have to be able to take the plate off when a room becomes vacant, you know? Although, the idea that it can be so easily removed is kind of... bad. I don't see any signs of forced entry.
And according to the guard, no sign that the lock was picked either, sir.
I mean, what sign would there be? If they just pick it. Meaning that the door was really opened with a key. Did you happen to ask if any prints were lifted from the doorknob?
Apparently the doorknob's clean as a whistle, wiped, they think.
Whoever this thief is, they did a good job of not leaving any clues behind. Interesting. Evidence. In my logic and reasoning. If my picking is particularly sloppy, then yes. Interesting. Coming from a guy who tried once. Oof. See, if Kay did it, flawless. You know? No fucking trace. Key used to unlock and lock Portsman's office and... Could there be an outcome? Okay. Anyways, I guess. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Oh my god. Yeah, this is easily gonna pass fucking 30. No fucking shot. This is the tutorial case and we're at 5 already. Sofa. A well-crafted, high-quality sofa for visitors. The sitting is excellent.
Talk about a luxury waiting area. These babies are also great for napping, you know.
You would sleep even out here, Detective? In a hallway?
Whenever I do, I always wind up dreaming about giving testimony up on the stand. But it always ends the same way, me getting trounced by a lawyer. Isn't that awful?
Maybe I should give it a try sometime, to envision myself winning, naturally. Ugh, because I never win when that man is up on stand. But you know, I think I don't mind. Anything for his truth. It's...
Isn't that them, isn't this that missing O-series file, sir?
No doubt about it. The bloody letters mark it clear as day. There seemed to be a few pages missing. Our thief took only what was necessary and left the rest behind.
So, what are these zero files about, sir? I guess they've got something worth stealing in them, huh?
Not particularly. It's just a collection of court case files. However, the cases within these files are not mine.
Huh?
They belong to the High Prosecutor that used to occupy my current office. No wonder fucking Jock wanted this room, man. I have my reasons, but let's just say I was charged with keeping them as they were.
And that means the thief must have also wanted the file for a specific reason, right?
It would seem so. Only the pages related to that case from 10 years ago are missing.
I wonder why anyone would care about such an old case.
What case, bro? We're not entering that into the court record? What? You're crazy. Oh, no, it's here. Sports boy is a bit sussy now. Already checked this area earlier. Okay. Which means I'm missing something in logic. Master key was stolen and they used it. Right? Okay. Miss Bud, I'm afraid there's a flaw in your story.
What? No way, pal! I mean, sir!
That's cute. She's picking up Gumshoe's, like, vernacular. You said that you locked up Mr. Portsman's office at around 1:30 a.m., correct? However, the master key had already been stolen at the time.
Wow, nothing gets by you, Mr. Edgeworth. You saw that contradiction like a pro. I'd totally forgotten about all that, but thanks to you, I remember it now. You're right, it was around that very time that I realized the master key was missing.
And?
Well, I'm a security guard, sir. I couldn't just admit to losing the master key, could I? So I pretended to lock up his room, sir.
You pretended? She just, like, made the motion? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I used my house key and made it look like I was locking it up, sir.
So in actuality, you never did re-lock the door, then?
Well, I thought that maybe I could go lock it after I found the key. Come to think of it, I guess the door still hasn't been locked properly.
But it's closed. But it's fucking locked. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Oh, goddamn. Again, dude? Shit, we're at 6 already. Chill. Fucking daddy, chill. Repeats don't count. Okay. Redacted then. Only new crime scenes. Same spot. Okay. See, but like there was a moment in between where it said I've already checked here. But I'll count that as fair. We'll only count it for new areas. Boop. Eureka! There's a contradiction here between reality and the evidence. If what Miss Bird has said is true, then why is this door locked tight?
You know, you're right.
Miss Bird, are you sure you didn't relock this door?
I am certain of it, sir. And I don't think Mr. Portsman noticed it himself that I hadn't.
Which means what, sir?
It either means that he actually does have the key to his office, or that the door Miss Bird opened wasn't this one at all, but a completely different one.
She opened a different door? But how can you prove that?
There's an easy way to find out. All we need to do is... we need to examine these. Well, we already know that the doorknob is wiped. Her prints are the only ones that are going to be on the master key. So prints on the number plate, because he switched the number plates. The prints on the number plate, they will tell us all we need to know.
Everything really like what, sir?
Like, well, for example, such as... Wait, did I choose the wrong one? What? What? That's bullshit. Well, we know for sure that Detective Gumshoe's dinner will only consist of instant noodles.
Wow, that was amazing, sir. How'd you know?
Was that supposed to be a joke to cheer me up, Mr. Edgeworth? It wasn't very good.
Yes, that's it. Now then, we should get back to doing what we need to do, and that is... I like how in like proper Ace Attorney, like it all takes place in court, the health bar shit, right? Which means that like, oh, you're getting penalties for like wasting the fucking court's time, right? But Edgeworth's health bar is entirely like self-inflicted. He's like, I fucked up. I feel like shit. Like, I fucked up. My perfect record. God damn it. And we jumped farther than the game. Probably, yeah. We need to examine these. I already saw that there's no prints on the doorknob, though. Fuck you. The prints on the doorknob will tell us everything.
Hey, you, pal. Do us a favor and see what you can lift from this, okay? So what'd you find out?
There's no need for such belligerent nostril flaring, Detective. Sir, I found only Mr. Portsman and Mr. Faith's print on this doorknob. So only two people's prints were found on this, huh? That's pretty decisive.
I'm lost, sir.
Thinking logically, a certain other person's print should be on this knob as well. Now then, whose print should also be on this doorknob? Maggie's. Fuck.
Take that!
Take that! I failed and I got 1d1 shame damage. Don't you find it odd that the prints of the person who unlocked this door are absent?
You mean...
Yes, the door that Miss Bird opened could not have been this one, but a different one. What have we here? There we go. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. This counts. We've panned down. This fucking counts. Basketball. Is this basketball property of Mr. Portsman?
Yes, sir. He's always ready for a match.
Basketball, soccer, dodgeball, tennis. Doesn't matter what sport it is, he's game. Although I think it'd be a little hard to play tennis with this ball.
That isn't the point you should be focusing on, Detective.
You're right, sir. Now I know what I should be focusing on. Bad, Mr. Portsman. Someone should teach him to clean his toys up after he's done playing.
I think we've reached the end of this conversation. Ugh, fuck this shit. Note. What is this?
Looks like scrap of paper. I'll get it, sir. Without any gloves or anything. Let's see. Oh, there's something written on it.
I brought the 3 pieces of evidence by, just like we talked about on the phone, but it looks like you're out. Guess I'll catch up to you later. Looks like a note from the victim.
Yeah, and it's for Mr. Portsman.
There's also this. I remember the first time I played this game. I remember this in particular tripped me up. I just did not fucking see it. It's literally right fucking there. And it's super obvious, but I did not see it. What's this?
What are you looking at, sir? Oh, hey, how about a game?
That's okay, detective. I just found the position of this hoop to be a little off.
Hey, you're right, sir. I guess it shifted when someone made a seriously sweet slam dunk.
The positioning of the hoop is definitely unnatural. I'd better take note of this. Ah! I love that. I love that fucking sound effect. It's my favorite part of this game. Poking around in this hallway has actually paid off quite handsomely.
Huh? How so, sir?
In a variety of different ways. I think it's time we had a little chat with the real culprit of this case.
You know who the killer is? Well, Mr. Edgeworth.
As long as my logic is sound, then yes. The mastermind behind this murder is none other than Mr. Portsman.
What? Mr. Portsman?
I knew it. That's exactly what my logic senses were telling me too.
It's not a spidey sense, Mr. Gumshoe. Detective. It's putting clues together. It's not an instinct.
I suspected it was him from the instant he accused Maggie of being the killer, sir.
That is anything but logical. Lady and gentlemen, prepare yourselves. Come what may, it's time to knock on truth's door. Okay, theater kid, the fuck. March 14th, a day away from the Ides of March. Mr. Portsman, I finished processing the bloody letters, sir.
Alright, let me take a gander at it. Pass it here.
What the fuck? Was that necessary? Okay, looking good. You there, taking care of this.
Ugh.
What the fuck? Well, if it isn't Detective Gumshoe.
End of the line for you, Portsman. We've got you now.
Call off your dog, Mr. Edgeworth. Is this some kind of joke? It's no joke. We know, Mr. Jacques Portsman, that you are the guilty party in this case. You must be pretty upset, getting chased out of your own room. I'd be mad too. So I guess you can stay, if you promise to stay out of our way. You intend to hide your crime under the guise of a prosecutor doing his job. Huh. I can see right through the unsightly paper-thin mask you wear upon your cowl. Haha, who'd have ever thought it would come to this? Actually, come to think of it, your mentor was Manfred von Karma, right? That guy was corrupt as fuck. Only Edgy can call Shu a dog, exactly. The legendary prosecutor had never lost a single case for 40 long years. But there was always this incessant chatter about forged evidence with that guy. It really teaches me that I've got to stay on the lookout for false accusations, you know? Are you done trying to play mind games with me? Because they won't work. The only thing you should be using that mouth of yours for now is explaining yourself. Stop fucking yapping. Although that, too, will only dig your hole deeper. Either way, your game is up. Well, are we full of ourselves, even though you have yet to prove anything? This guy, it's like a game of chess, except this guy opened with the Bong Cloud opening, you know? I have, oh my god. Oh my god, not the remix. Oh! Bong Cloud opening, it's the worst opening you can make in chess. I believe it's like moving the pawn forward in front, like the pawn in front of your king. Moving the the pawn in front of your king forward, and then on your next turn, you move the king forward. It's the Bon Cloud opening because it provides zero fucking, like, tactical benefit and is, in fact, very bad for you. I have no idea what sort of harebrained idea you have in mind, but there's a mountain of evidence that points away from me being the culprit. Want to listen to the cornered variant? It's... Well, Cornered is Crisis of Fate. Crisis of Fate is a great song. I don't know if we'll be able to hear it in this one because Portsman is a shitty fucking villain. But it's probably my favorite fucking Cornered theme in the entire series. It's so fucking good. I hope the remix is good too. Besides, how may I ask? Do you propose I unlocked your door and got in here? Oh look, I feel bad doing this to you, but I got work to do, so we're done here. Sorry, but we are not finished yet. Boy, you're stubborn. I suppose you're basing your accusations on something? I'll show you what I'm basing my accusation on, with evidence. Now, I think I already know which one it is. I think it's this. Right? Wait. Is it? I don't know. But I'll press just for funny dialogue first.
Hold it!
Hold it! My accusation is a harebrained idea, is it? You tell me. I'd say it is, after all. Oh, that was short.
Hold it!
Oh, and what, pray tell, kind of evidence are we talking about here? Jim was my partner, so you can't say I had a motive for killing him. And that's it? That's not even an anthill, let alone a mountain. You know most murders are done between people that know each other, right? But it's more than enough, wouldn't you agree? Might I recommend that you review what the word evidence means? It doesn't change the fact that the evidence doesn't point to me as the killer.
Hold it!
Unfortunately, I believe I've already shown how earlier. Most murdering's your spouse husband type? Yeah. Your speculations mean nothing, as I still insist that I could not gain access to your room. What should I do now? Should I raise an objection? You claim to have had no way to open my door. However, is that really the honest truth? Ha! Alright, I'll humor you. Go ahead, shoot. Very well then. I propose that you use this to open my door. The master key. Right? Wait. Yeah.
Take that!
I believe you're able to open my office door with the master key, no less.
Objection!
Oh, wait. Hold on for a sec. I never laid a finger on that key, as you already know. Precisely. You were able to open my door without lifting a single finger. Well, maybe you did, but only to direct. Oop, he's sweating. That's right, you used your finger to direct this person to open my door with the key.
Take that!
It, Maggie. You had asked Miss Bird to open your own office door for you, yes? Yeah, I kind of forgot my key at home. Happens a bit too often for my taste, you know? But the room you had Miss Bird open at the time was not your own, was it?
What?
You had quite the imagination. But why don't we ask the girl herself whose door she opened, shall we?
I'm certain that it was Mr. Portsman's door, sir. I checked the number plate to make sure I was opening the right door, sir.
See, Miss Bird backs up my story. Yet if you had misled her to fool her into thinking, what you wanted. Ha! And how do you suppose I did that? Very easily, dude.
My switching the number plates on our doors, for example? That's right! They do slide out pretty easily, which is really bad for security reasons, but you know.
Furthermore, you then used one other thing to give a very strong impression that the door she was opening was yours, and not in fact mine. The basketball hoop.
Take that!
What? The basketball hoop, sir?
It's quite the peculiar fixture in any hallway, let alone a hallway in this building. It's so very fucking noisy, which is why I left it in an unusually strong impression on you. It's an object perfectly suited to sit just outside the office of a peculiar prosecutor.
Ah! That's very true, sir, because there was a basketball hoop sitting there. I thought the door I was opening had to be Mr. Portsman's.
There are signs that the hoop has been moved. To sit in front of my office, to be sure. I see. So that's how you throw suspicion on people. Thanks for the tip. I should try that next time. But I think your conjecture's a little off the racetrack. Nuh-uh. Conjecture's rebuttal. Now you're like... Oh. Is this Allegro or is this just Moderato again? I forget. No, it's not Allegro yet. Is there an Allegro in this game? Now you're just spouting nonsense. I had the girl open up my office door. After that, I went in my room the entire time. You don't have a single reason to suspect me. L. Bozo. So he intends to claim his innocence in the end, does he? I'm as pure and innocent as my jacket. And Miss Bird is as dirty and guilty as the jacket she wears. It's cute, though. Your jacket is tacky.
My jacket's not dirty, I'll have you know. I just washed it yesterday. Mostly because it was, like, pooped on by a bunch of birds, but you know.
Please calm down, for I intend to show who is the one truly covered in slime here. Slime ball. Nuh-uh. Now you're just spouting nonsense. Nuh-uh. Nonsense, you say. No, that's not my thing. That's my boyfriend's thing. Yeah, because I'm telling the truth here. I had the girl open at my office door.
Hold it!
Using the master key, of course. Sure, you have a problem with that? That is what the master key's for, right? Perhaps we should place it in an elaborate labyrinth for some sort of people, for people like you. After that, I was in my room the entire time.
Hold it!
Nuh-uh. And what were you doing in your office? I was doing my usual training regimen. Training regimen? Were you going through your law books from start to finish? Mainly batting practice and some weights. Oh, and I jog when I get the chance. What the fuck is in your room, a racetrack? Well, you must be the buffest prosecutor we have. I sincerely doubt that. He's pretty fucking twinky. Like, dude. Manfred von Karma was built fucking buffer than him, dude. I mean, bigger, at least. But he looked pretty fit for his age. Who else? Like, I don't think this guy's the buffest. There's gotta be someone else. In this office, at least. You know what? I think Lana Skye was probably buffer. With the weakest legal muscles, it would seem. I was doing my usual workout, so... You don't have a single reason to suspect me.
Hold it!
Nuh-uh. Yeah, I do. I think I've given you quite a few reasons, actually.
Objection!
But none of those would stand up on the road.
Objection!
Nuh-uh. Then what about all the evidence?
Objection!
It's all circumstantial. No judge would convict on such flimsy evidence. Oh man, I miss these objection battles. I feel like they don't have those in fucking Chronicles. Like, I have not seen an objection battle like this fucking back and forth in Chronicles yet. Maybe it's because, you know, what's-his-face is like a little baby, you know? Oh, I never ended the poll. The poll is now closed. He seems to be trembling a little. One more little push. All I have to do is find the flaw in his testimony. He was in his room the entire time. Doubt. Oh wait, no. It's gotta be on the last one. Yeah, her prints aren't on your fucking door, idiot. That's my favorite. Like, actually, no, that's not true. My favorite Edgeworth, animation is one he actually doesn't do anymore, and it's the Von Karma, like, tisk, 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 like, finger wag. Like, I don't think he does that anymore. I think he got over it because, like, Von Karma, he got it from Von Karma, and Von Karma's a bitch. But this is a close second. This and his surprised, like, shocked one. The one where he goes, no! I had your door dusted for prints. My door? What for? Hey, come on, I bet you didn't find anything. You sure are good at wasting time. You're right. I didn't find anything, and definitely not Miss Bird's fingerprints. Shinji pose? Oh, which one is that? Is that the one where he, like, grips his arm? Woo! Oh my god. Oh my god, it's so fucking good! Edgeworth! Banger! Fuck, dude. Oh my god. Oh, guitar? They added guitar solo to this song? No fucking shot, dude! No shot! No way! Guitar riff, it's so good! I'm gonna fucking pass out, dude. Prince? What do they have to do with anything? Let's put it this way. If she really was the one who opened your door, then her prints should naturally be on the doorknob she touched. Ah! Further, all of the prints on my office's doorknob have been wiped clean off. Edgeworth shredding the fuck out on the guitar. Yeah, you thought he would play something real fancy like the piano? Well, guess what? You're right, but he also shreds the fuck out of a guitar. Na 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 na. Oh, I love it. Da na na da na 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 na. I can only assume it's because Miss Bird's fingerprints were on it. But it doesn't change the fact that I was in my room the entire time. Is that really a fact, or is it fiction? Hey, would I lie to you? I have here proof that you were not in your room the entire time as you claim. Dude, chill! I'm gonna cry. There you go. Note.
Take that!
This is a note that the victim left for you, Mr. Portsman. A note? It was left under your door, or did you not notice? And right here it says, but you're out. You were not in your room when the victim came to call on you. So then, where were you and what were you doing?
Ah!
Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. Don't you think it's time to you gave up your charade? We know you stole into my office with the intent of stealing something from me. And Detective Faith found you out. Possibly because he heard sounds coming from a room whose occupant was on leave. Mr. Portsman, you killed Mr. Faith to silence him. And I had the misfortune to return when I did. You had to threaten me as you escaped. As I said when you had the gun to my back, no one gets away with committing murder in my office.
And just what's so funny, pal?
Well, that look of stiff seriousness on the face of this office's finest prosecutor, as he makes a huge mistake in accusing me, is simply too much to bear. There's just nothing else like it in the world.
What? Mr. Edgeworth just explained it all, and he even backed it up. You're the murderer. Stop trying to be slippery and just admit to the crime already.
And as I said earlier, it's also circumstantial, so full of conjecture. You say you checked my doorknob for prints? Well, I can readily confess that I'd wiped that knob down well.
Huh?
I'm a little obsessive-compulsive, you see. I didn't want to touch a doorknob that you'd touched. Which is why I wiped the knob down as soon as I could after you opened the door. After that, it makes perfect sense that only Jim's and my own prints would be on there.
You made that up just now, didn't you?
Furthermore, as for the note Jim left for me, do you know exactly when that was? For all we know, he could have left it there before I arrived at the office. Like, early evening, for example. Are you saying you failed to notice a note in your doorway? Hey, even geniuses fail at times. You certainly do. How many times have you lost to that spiky-haired blue guy? He looks like a fucking idiot. Don't you fucking dare talk about him like that. Only I can say that about him. I was probably too preoccupied by work-related matters, although that's no excuse.
Now that's just a flat-out lie. There's no way you didn't notice a note that size.
But you can't prove that, can you? Yeah, what a smarmy little fucking bastard.
Say something, Mr. Edgeworth. Back me up here, sir.
Ugh! Portsman makes a good point. This is one of my other favorite expressions of his.
I can't prove that he didn't simply overlook it.
Besides, I have an airtight alibi. Airtight, you say? You could have gotten away with it if you stopped yapping right now. If you had stopped yapping right fucking now, you could have gotten away with it, man. I only just realized I had one when we were talking. I guess it would have been better for all of us if I'd told you sooner. If you had stopped yapping right fucking then, you would have gotten away with it. But now you're gonna prove yourself wrong. If memory serves, you came back to this office at around 2 a.m., correct? And it was then that you had the unfortunate confrontation at gunpoint with the culprit. But at exactly that time, I was down in criminal affairs. Every single Ace Attorney case. Yep. It, like, God forbid, like, San Francisco, fucking Japanifornia can't, like, I guess they don't have the fifth as a law. Like, you can't stay silent, you know? You can't plead the fifth. Ask around, I'm sure the other detectives will corroborate my story. It's the perfect alibi. Do you really think it's that perfect? Like I said, I don't care. Ask around all you like. You'll see for yourself. Detective Gumshoe.
Sir, yes, sir. I'll go check out his alibi, sir. Be right back. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, I think we're in trouble. It's just like Mr. Portsman said.
It's okay, because we already knew from the beginning that there were two people.
The guys down in Criminal Affairs said they saw him at around 2 a.m.
You see? All of the evidence points to him being the culprit. So there must be a contradictory point in his alibi somewhere. Rebuttal! You came back to this office around 2 a.m. Yeah.
Hold it!
You are correct. It was around 2 a.m. Are you sure? It's really important to me that you're spot on with the time. Because if you're wrong, then I might get arrested. If I remember checking my watch then, and make no mistake, it was 2. Oh, giving testimony like a pro. Okay, so you came back to your office at 2. It was then that you had the unfortunate confrontation at gunpoint with the culprit.
Hold it!
It is as you say, however. Yeah, however, hitherto, therefore, ergo. You are the only one who claims to have bumped into the culprit. So tell me, did you see the person's face? Was it me you saw? It was pitch black, so I couldn't actually see.
Objection!
Oh, come on now. I'm sure you saw something. Try a little harder, why don't you? Also, wouldn't you have recognized my very distinct voice? I'm beginning to feel like I'm the one being interrogated here. Oh well, it doesn't matter if you remember or not. It only matters that you ran into the culprit. Down at Criminal Affairs. So you paid the Criminal Affairs Department a visit. Yep, right after I left the prosecutor's building, I headed straight for the precinct. The other detectives will corroborate my story.
Hold it!
Well, we did go around and ask around to confirm your testimony. And it was just as I said, right?
Yes, sir. A number of detectives said they saw you at around that time.
See, I have the perfect alibi. That's the ice I had up in my sleeve. Ugh! Impossible! He actually does have the perfect alibi! No. What's wrong? Why the sudden look on your face?
Can't you say anything back, Mr. Edgeworth?
Ha! I think we've reached the end of the line and it's time to get off this crazy train. You know, you're so fucking lucky right now that a second person came in to steal shit. Like, he would have been caught already at this point if a second person hadn't come in to steal shit, you know? You there! Sir! Please escort the young lady out, but remember, be gentle, because she's a female.
Maggie!
Detective Gumshoe!
Is there nothing I can do? There must be a way to turn the situation around. A turnabout, as that man would put it. If I only had a clue. Did I miss something that helped me cast doubt on his alibi? I need to calmly think this through one more time. And with logic. Here we fucking go. Couldn't have been Portsman. Do they fit? Fuck! Can't see a clear connection between these two pieces of information. Shit! Process of elimination, baby! There were 2 bullets left at the scene of the crime. One that robbed Mr. Faith of his life. And one that nearly robbed me of my jacket. Which is arguably worse. However, the murder weapon only shows signs of being fired once. Meaning that it is entirely possible that a second gun was used in my office tonight. Edgeworth studied the fish during high school. Definitely. Definitely. I mean, they live in San Francisco, you know? Like, they are either right next to or surrounded by water. I don't know which, but either way, there's water there, and there's fish there. Seeing as how the killer had to steal Mr. Faith's gun, I doubt the killer had another gun up their sleeve. Therefore, the second gun could have been the property of an entirely different person. Which could mean that there was another person who paid a visit to my office tonight. Yoink. Boop. Supposing there was yet another visitor tonight, that would also resolve the issue of why my shelves were upended twice. We know that the shelves were disturbed once before and once after the murder. So it shouldn't be much of a stretch to think that it was the work of two different people. Once by the person who stole the victim's gun and then killed him with it. And once again after the murder by our second culprit, who was the owner of the second gun that nearly destroyed my old jacket. If we suppose that the second culprit's gun was the one that was pointed at my back.
Objection!
Oh shit! Wait, did he do that little wind-up in the original? I don't remember that. That's so cool. I love that. Mr. Portsman, it seems that I need to amend my assumptions regarding this case. Great, so you've finally come to your senses.
Mr. Edgeworth!
Sir, what are you saying?
This has been a big misunderstanding on my part from the start. I'd assumed that the person I ran into was the killer, but that may not be the case. What do you mean? The person I ran into was just your average thief.
Thief? But, sir, doesn't that cause some sort of contradiction in the facts?
Not at all. It simply means that the killer was someone else. And it means that in actuality, two culprits stole into my office tonight.
What do you mean, two?
And it would have been very easy because Miss Maggie Bird did not lock my office. It explains both why my shelves were disturbed twice and how there were two guns. Mr. Portsman tricked Miss Bird and gained entry into my office.
Objection!
Now you're just leading the argument. You still don't have any actually proof, you know? If you could please go along with my hypothetical scenario for now, Mr. Portsman. Two? Axel from Kingdom Hearts. It's been so long since I played Kingdom Hearts, man. I would stream it, but I also don't want to get mega fucking sued by Disney. I don't know how the streaming rights work for that game. In the end, if you really are innocent, you should have nothing to worry about. Ah! Now then, returning to my scenario, Mr. Portsman was out to steal something from me. Which is why he checked my secret safe and ransacked my shelves. This is the first time.
So then, this would be when the files were put back into the wrong order, right?
Correct. And then, just when he was about to look somewhere else. Who should walk in but his own partner, Mr. Faith?
But why did Mr. Faith come into your room, sir?
He probably had business with Mr. Portsman, which is why he was in the area. Disney would nuke me and then tell my relatives they can't sue because of a random Disney Plus 3 child I used once. Oh no, don't worry. I have never paid for a Disney movie. Take of that what you will. But that's when he noticed sounds coming from my office, would be my guess.
Oh, because you were supposed to be away, right?
And he must have thought it was odd, so he came into this office to check it out.
Correct. And as a detective, that was the right thing to do.
But when he came in, he found his own partner standing there.
Jeez, how fucking dramatic. Because it was Mr. Portsman, Mr. Faith probably let his guard down. But Mr. Portsman was not so merciful as to let him leave alive. He waited for a chance and stole Mr. Faith's gun from him, and then... Bing bang bong. he killed him. He silenced Mr. Faith for catching him in the act of stealing. Yeah, eat that fucking metal, bitch. This was the moment in which the first shot was fired, the one that landed in my files. Following that, Mr. Portsman wiped the gun down and left it behind as he made his exit. He could afford to do that because he'd also left a fake dying message behind.
You're such a complicated troublemaker, you know that?
Well, if things were as simple as that, then all would be solved. However, there was yet another visitor to my room, and this is where it gets complicated. There was another?
Visitor, sir?
Yes, and this other person's objective was also to steal something from me. Now then, even after Mr. Portsman left, the door to my office remained unlocked. However, this new visitor had no way of knowing that, and so they stole the master key from the security guard's room, and then entered my room and searched through my shelves. This is the second time they were disturbed, and it seems the thief found their prize.
The stolen zero file, right, sir?
Correct. Only just as the thief was about to leave with the file, I appeared. Can't have fucking shit in my office. The thief then threatened me with their own gun and then made their escape. The second bullet was fired during that brief encounter. You know, you'd think that, like, Edgeworth would have more trauma related to guns considering his dad got shot. But, like, he has trauma with earthquakes, I guess, because the earthquake caused the elevator malfunction, but he should also, like, you would think he'd have, like, gun trauma since he thought he shot his dad for 15 years.
So the shelves getting messed up twice and the 2 bullets. It was all because 2 different people were doing those things at 2 different times.
Precisely. So now do you see, Mr. Portsman? The person I met with was just a thief, and not, in fact, Mr. Faith's killer. Your alibi for the time frame in which I ran to the other person is now irrelevant. Because we now know that the murder took place during the first culprit's visit.
Objection!
Maybe he got over it? I guess. I know he doesn't get over the earthquake thing. He was around those a lot? Yeah. But he lives in fucking San Francisco. There's, either way, if it's Japan or California, there's a ton of earthquakes either way.
What's so funny, pal?
Absolutely splendid. Your scenario explains everything.
Of course it does. It's Mr. Edgeworth, after all.
But you know, it still doesn't change the fact that it's all circumstantial. Supposing if, and that's a big if, your theory is right. It would indeed render my alibi, which has withstood scrutiny, mind you, irrelevant. You like to think Gumshoe just sits next to Edgeworth every time he has the earthquake crisis? Yeah, probably. Oh man, I keep thinking about Trials and Tribulations. That's one of my favorite, Rightworth moments. When, Maya is trapped on an island in the middle of a, temple place, right? She's trapped in an island, and, an earthquake happens, and Phoenix's first thought is not of Maya, but of Edgeworth. He's like, no, Edgeworth's gotta be having a rough time right now. But there is still one defining point of your argument for which you have no evidence. Your supposition that I was the first visitor.
Mr. Edgeworth, you can't let him get away with that, sir.
Flapping so much you'd think he'd fly away. Yeah, there's only supposed to be one bird around here, sir. But he has a point. I have absolutely no proof at this point.
Don't say that, sir.
I don't believe this. Don't worry, Maggie. I'll do something if I must.
You know something? I find your attitude to be somewhat peculiar, Mr. Edgeworth. If the person you met really was just a plain old thief, then why is it that person not your main suspect? Now, that is, if your theory is correct. Bro, give it up already! Oh, here's Allegro. Oh, shit! Oh my god, I hear it. I hear that. I heard that fucking, like, guitar scratchy sounds. Like, I think they added, like, on top of remastering all the soundtracks, I think they added, like, guitar riffs to all of the songs somewhere. And it adds so much to these songs, man. That thief you ran into should be a real suspect, wouldn't you say? We should be out there looking for that thief right now. They might still be nearby. I hate to repeat myself, but as I've already said, I was training in my room. And when Jim came to deliver some evidence to me, I was down to criminal affairs. So I can't be expected to know what happened around here after I left. Cap. So you think we should be out there looking for the thief? Of course, now isn't the time to be having these dead-end discussions. I don't think it's all that dead-ended. I find your alibi to be fascinating. Let's continue where we left off, shall we? Get fucked. I know he's lying. I know he was here, at the scene of the crime. I just have to find a way to prove it. He's sweating.
Hold it!
Actually, no, I wouldn't. Why not? That's elementary. The dying message, of course. Mr. Faith's killer very clearly left those letters on the spines of those files. And it was after they were on there that the thief stole one of them. You mean the Zero files, right? And that's how we also know the letters themselves were a setup and not from Mr. Faith. If the thief was the killer, do you think they would try to undermine themselves? Ah! Maybe the killer just didn't think of that either? Yeah, that must be it. Maybe, just maybe. We should be out there looking for that thief right now. They might still be nearby. Dude, it's like in the afternoon. They're like all the way across the country by now. Once escaped, I highly doubt the thief would linger nearby. Well, you never know. Maybe they didn't get what they were really after. Oh, you talk like you know quite a bit about this thief. It's nothing like that. I have no idea about anything, after all. I hate to repeat myself, but I've already said, I was training in my room.
Hold it!
But according to Mr. Faith's note... hold on, I thought we already cleared that up. Didn't we say that Jim left that note for me in the early evening? If you have proof that he left it at a different time, say just before he was murdered. I don't have any, no. You see? So I insist again that it was in my office the entire time. And when Jim came to deliver some evidence to me, I was down at criminal affairs.
Hold it!
Why didn't you just go there with Mr. Faith? Now you've got me saying it. It's because she said he was tired and was going to take a quick nap. It was a, eternal nap, after all. You know those sofas in the hallway? He likes to sleep on those. It's one of his habits. And what of the evidence he brought? They were things related to yesterday's case. Just 2 items, a gun and a pendant. Okay. You sly dog, you had me name swapping. Interesting. This piece of testimony seems too crucial to let slip through the cracks. A gun and a pendant that are related to yesterday's case. You mean the pendant that you're wearing on your neck that you bite from time to time?
Hold it!
A gun and a pendant. Yeah, this gun, which was the murder weapon. And this pendant, which belonged to the victim. Oh. Huh. Horse. And why were you taking them to criminal affairs? Hardly your job. And there was something in a past case file I wanted to compare these two to. But all this has nothing to do with this case right now. Anyway, I believe you'll find the long paper trail I left to be your satisfaction. This is all matching up with what Detective Gumshoe found out. Can't be expected to know what happened around here as I left.
Hold it!
Can't expect you to know, can I? No, but I guess you could expect me to take a guess based on logical deductions or whatever. Oh, then let's see you deduce. Jim waited for me to leave, then stole the bastard key. For the purpose of sneaking into your room, of course. And that's when Miss Bird caught him red-handed and the murder occurred. It's all exactly as I laid out earlier. I know he's lying. I know he was here, the scene of the crime. I just have to find a way to prove it. Oh, fuck. What is it? Wait. Na 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 na. What the fuck is it? I don't know what you want. It's been too long since I've played this motherfucking game. Issued to the victim, believed to be the murder weapon, only one shot fired. Okay, it's gotta be this one, right? A gun and a pendant that are related to yesterday's case. Oh, wait, he's saying that the gun that shot him... He's saying that the gun that shot him is from the case and it's not his... This is issued to him. Right? This is it?
Objection!
No. Fuck! It would behoove you to take a good look at this! I see it, but I fail to see how it has anything to do with me. Is that so? You're not at the top of your game today, are you, Mr. Genius Prosecutor? Can't allow him to set the pace here. Must remain calm. Only by doing so can I find the fatal flaw in his reasoning. Shit. Fuck. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Wait, what does this say? Oh, it's 3. Oh. Yeah. There it is.
Objection!
You gotta read. You gotta read. Only 2 pieces. I believe the proper phrase here is you fail. You stink. Me after I find out what comes after 2. 3? No fucking way, dude. Excuse me? You fail as a prosecutor, Mr. Portsman, as you intend to keep evidence hidden from me. Oh! Ah! Oh, it's so good. I love that intro so much, dude. Oh. What are you talking about? I haven't hidden anything from you. At least 5% of this playthrough is just gonna be me gushing over the fucking music. It's so good. You know you're fucked when the prosecutor starts playing this shit. Well, here's a piece I think you should read carefully.
it says Mr. Faith was bringing 3 pieces.
Yes, and this is the victim's real dying message to you, Mr. Portsman. Yeah, I can't believe to get tripped up by simple arithmetic! It's not arithmetic, it's just different numbers, man. There's no math involved. Where is the missing piece of evidence? It's... You have it, don't you? Only the guilty would make such a face. Detective Gumshoe!
You don't have to say it, sir. I'll pat the guy down from head to toe.
Whoa! Don't come any closer, I'm warning you!
This is all part of the investigation, pal, so don't even think about stopping me.
No!
Hey, what's this? I found it in a cavity search, Mr. Edgeworth. He had this on him, sir.
Oh, that's a large thing to find in a cavity search. Despite what you've said, it would appear that you do have something to hide.
But why would he hide something like that?
There's only one reason why anyone would hide evidence of this caliber. Because it would unequivocally point to that person himself as the real killer.
Ugh.
Let's examine this videotape in a little more detail. For the section of the tape that will drive the last nail into his coffin. KG8 incident. The KG8 incident.
That's a police case number, sir. Does that mean this video is evidence from that case?
Interesting. However, what's recorded on this isn't what's important right now. Let's give the casing a thorough once-over. It's time to inspect every nook and cranny. Oh look, blood. No way.
Ah, that's blood, isn't it?
No, it's fucking red wine, Gumshoe. Yes, it's blood! Yes, and I believe this is what the good prosecutor was trying to hide from us. This blood is still fresh.
You mean this might be Detective Faith's blood?
No! No, you've got it all wrong!
Yeah, it might be ketchup!
No amount of denial can save you. We have but to run a blood test to find the truth.
Ugh.
You told us that you'd received evidence from the victim earlier. Now you will tell us when and how did the victim's blood find its way onto this video?
Yeah, it's totally suspicious.
Was it at the moment of his death? Did Detective Faith have this videotape on his personage when you killed him? You know very well there's no way to prove that! Not even if we were to examine this tape for fingerprints?
Ah!
If I had to take a guess, I'd say that the only ones on here would belong to the murderous you and Mr. Faith.
No, impossible!
Ah, bitch ate it. No way. Yeah, choke. He ate that shit! KO.
Mr. Portsman has been placed under arrest for the murder of Detective Buddy Faith, sir.
Very good.
And the results we got back from the lab techs on the tape turned out to be real solid, sir. The blood work came back, and it was definitely Mr. Faith's blood on there.
Well, he's dead.
And as a bonus, they were also able to lift a few of Mr. Faith's fingerprints as well.
Yeah, they shoved the truth down his throat and made him choke on it.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Edgeworth.
You know, it's only what Kazuma would have wanted.
I'm impressed beyond words, sir.
It was nothing. I'm just sorry you got caught up in a murder in my office. Please accept my apologies. God, what a gentleman, even though he's such a smug bastard.
Oh, it was nothing, really. Compared to what I've been through, I mean. I consider myself lucky that it was only a burglary and a murder this time, sir.
Oof.
If it had been a hold-up or a hostage situation, I'd have thrown my hands up in the air. I think I'm finally rising up from a goddess of misfortune to just an unlucky person.
Something tells me we should have hired a different person for security detail. Oof.
You know something, sir? That Mr. Portsman really was one corrupt prosecutor.
And why would you say he was corrupt?
Well, I heard that there were a number of suspicious things related to his court cases. There's even rumors about how some of the evidence he uses is forged, sir.
And we haven't fired him, why? Forged evidence, huh?
And they say he even decided not to prosecute a few cases for some really vague reasons, like, the defendant is, defended by Phoenix Wright.
Oh, that guy was a complete disgrace to the entire profession.
We never did get around to asking what his reason was for breaking into my office.
Yeah, whenever we got near the topic, he just clammed up.
Although we can be pretty certain that it was to steal something.
This is just between you and me, sir, but there's a rumor that some sort of huge organization is involved behind the scenes.
Oh, well. With Mr. Portsman not willing to divulge anything, it certainly lends credence to that rumor. It would seem that we haven't heard the last of this. Overarching plot lines! Hooray!
Huh? Then Mr. Portsman isn't a bad guy?
No, he's still a bad guy, Gumshoe. He's just not the, top bad guy. I didn't say that, but rather that there are still many more mysteries for us to solve in the rest of this game. For example, we still haven't figured out the significance to this piece of evidence. This.
Take that!
The person who stole this file. The other villain of the night.
Yeah, I wonder who it was.
And what happened to the stolen pages? I wonder, who in the world was it that held me up at gunpoint? Mr. Edgeworth, sir! Yes? I came across this while I was processing your office earlier, sir. This card. Oh! It's our first little, hint of K. Let's fucking go.
What is it, sir? Is it a bird or something on there?
Sort of. It's a yatagarasu, which is a persona, but also a, Japanese myth. It's not just any bird. It's the mark of the raven, a three-legged raven. Even you should know what this is, detective.
Oh, it's about, that thing, isn't it? That great thief everyone's talking about?
Yes, it is the mark of the great thief Yatagarasu. Under the mark of a legendary bird, the Yatagarasu is a noble to the end, a modern Robin Hood. And also has just, a machine that can fully recreate, a scene of a crime for some reason. Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, the Yatagarasu appears and vanishes at will. Though we don't know much about this thief's ultimate goal, we do know the targets. The Yatagarasu likes to find and make public evidence of corrupt dealings of all sorts. The Yatagarasu reappears, corporate dealings exposed, mercurial news. The theft is always performed in silence and always with perfection. Once a target is chosen, no dramatic calling card or announcement is sent forth. Oh, well that's lame. What, you're not a phantom thief? Instead, the chosen corporation is infiltrated without even the target noticing. Some days later, the evidence that was found is sent to the mass media, along with the single card. Although it has been a while since the Yatagarasu's last appearance.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, look, something's written on the back.
What? Let me see. When when the test has a back and you didn't know.
It's the location of where the thief put the stolen files.
Huh. Well, that looks like gibberish to me. So the person who stole the contents of the file was the Yatagarasu. Yatagarasu. Organization. Quite a few key words are popping up in this mystery. Oh, at least you're all cleaned up. The murder in my office. I forget, is the shield broken from Rise of the Ashes, or is it broken for something... It's broken from Rise of the Ashes, right? The return of the great thief Yatagarasu. Looking back, I can't say I didn't see these events coming. But they were heralded by the incidents that began— can you speed up? That began to occur 2 days ago. Oh shit, baby! The end! Woo! It wasn't 7 hours this time, it wasn't even 4! Let's fucking go! Turnabout Visitor, baby. For completing episode 1 of AAIME, without using story mode. Oh, the cheat mode is in this game. That's right, that's right. But they have health, come on. Save. Oh. Oh my god, I'm so excited for the rest of this fucking game, man. I love Edgeworth. Oh my god, Franziska! Franziska! She's such a fucking queen, even though she's so abusive to Phoenix. But hey, at least we get like sibling dynamics. You foolishly foolish fool! Oh god, how do I do a German accent? Oh fuck. And then the Shilong Lang. And then Gumshoe, I guess. Turnabout Reminiscence. I don't remember which, like, what case this is. Reminiscence. Turnabout Ablaze. It's K! Oh, man. New items in the gallery. You know somebody that acts exactly like her? Stay away, you're gonna get whipped. Gallery section contains spoilers. Oh, well. I can't have that, except for music. Because... where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Wait, no. Tricks and Baroque. Is it here? Amusing Folk, Little Thief, Courtroom... Crisis of Faith! Oh, I love it. Ah! Fuck! I love this song. Wait, is this the original? Oh wait, so is it not remixed? Or is this just like the original song? Oh, it's so fucking good, dude. Yeah, that's the original. Oh, orchestral arrangements. Here we go. Oh yeah, Verity Gavel, which is like, I think her name in the fan translation is Justine Courtney. Verity Gavel actually is a great fucking name translation. That serves cunt. Like, that is so good. I love that. Mini OST. Wait. Okay. Oh yeah, Eddie Fender is a funny one. Yeah, no, where the fuck is Christ? Is there... Wait, hold on, I need to know. No, this is the original. So are the remixes not... Oh, it is. Oh, wait, they only remix these? Confrontation, Objection, Pursuit. Oh, wait, maybe it's only the ones that I've, like, heard so far? Maybe it's only the remixes I've heard so far, and I'll unlock more stuff, like, as I go on. Maybe that's it. It's so goddamn fast. Yeah, it's so fucking fast. Like Crisis of Faith. Yeah, I think, okay, maybe I'll unlock the Crisis of Faith like remix later. But holy shit, it's so fucking good. I love I love Crisis of Faith. Just like this opening drum fill fucks me up. Oh! Oh, it's so good. Okay, I'm gonna get fucking hit with copyright strike if I keep fucking playing this. But this theme is also fucking banger. Who the fuck did this, bro? Who the fuck composed this shit? This is so good. This new title screen theme, so fucking good. I love it. I love it. Oh, it's so good. Anyways, I'm not gonna listen to the music on stream anymore because I'm going to get hit with a copyright strike. But I will see you all with episode Igus on Thursday on Twitch because fuck ZZZ, you guys voted for Persona. All right, I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.